The mother might be afraid of losing two sons.
I blame the mother.
Madam,
don't say that. I blame
Madam, Nigeria, Nini. Somebody pepe, I'm a medical man, so yeah, so but Daka go back, come back, go family. Go walk on no, between the money. What's the for example? Thought in a sweat to hold. You know, she said one thing. She said, Madam, listen. You know, she said one thing. MOHBAD didn't go masoro, and back. See, the woman is so soft that, and you know, is an illiterate. She doesn't know the right from the left. That's what you know. Komado. You can see her like somebody told her. So whatever tobacco si lokolo, no one lokolo.
I don't know.
Madam, assess her very well and see the kind of person she is.
I know the woman she looks retarded anyway. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry.
If she dressed, you would have seen that. You have seen poverty all over her.
It's all written all over her anyway.
That kind of person.
Yeah, but why would you want to love money more than your own child? The child you carried for 9 good months. Why would you? How much can they promise you? How much can they promise you? That
if not because of public pressure, I'm telling you, this case would have died down.
Oh, the daddy,
I love her 1 minute. My very response to me comment and he came in. Wunmi says she doesn't know Sam Larry, but he was there on Liam's birthday. That is the reason why she changed the pattern of blogging me focus lórí ọba, because Sam Larry got a lot to do with Wunmi. Wunmi deny Sam Larry, but Sam Larry no Wunmi. Wunmi lo attend the job bed. I mean, Sam Larry lo attend the job birthday. Yeah, he got a lot to do with Sam Larry.
Latisne, we know Wunmi has been lying all along, because even at the inquest, when
so drag ọba yẹn inú Wunmi dùn, bọ́ba ṣe arrest wọn yẹn inú Wunmi tún dùn.
That's the more reason why we're not dragging Oba anymore. So Wunmi,
you know what I'm saying, like every pé Wunmi tún fi wá ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ ni, tó tún lọ sọ pé my dowry was paid in full. Tó bá rí fire nídìí ẹ̀, kò ní máa fi wá ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́.
Bọ́dá láti, ẹgbẹ́ picture bíi tí wọ́n ti ṣe birthday Liam jáde. I have 1 or 2 things to say. Ẹgbẹ́ picture yẹn jáde.
Mi tẹ̀lé lọ́wọ́ dùn sí bí báyìí ni, mi ṣe máa wà.
Àkálẹ̀ ni lọ́wọ́, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ tún background yẹn wò dáadáa. Ká tó lè comment, tá a bá wo background yẹn dáadáa, we now come back and comment.
Okay.
So that's when we will be able to get our things right. Sherry,
I love her tó bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lè interject tó bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Mo ti dúró fún àlọ́fàlà.
I love her.
Daddy ni mo ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ alámàlà gan ó wúlò ju ìyá MOHBAD lọ. Ìyá MOHBAD tán bá sọ pé òǹgọ̀ ayé àtọ̀run kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe òǹgọ̀ àjẹ́ ló ń dà á láàmú. Torí tó bá jábí amọ̀ mi ni á sọ pé tọ́mọ kejì bá máa kú, kọ́mọ kejì tó kú gan máa rí di ikú tó pa ọmọ àkọ́kọ́. Àmọ́ torí pé òun ti yọ lórí burúkú ti jẹ́ alátẹnujẹ láti ilẹ̀ tó wò yọ lára ẹ̀ tó wò bá mú rárá. Ṣé owó wọn lára ìdílé wọn gan ni?
No, I love her. Mo fẹ́ bèrè question kan. Báwo ló ṣe possible kéèyàn lose ọmọ ẹ̀? Kó wá lọ máa fight fún ọmọ ọlọ́mọ.
Iṣẹ́ ló ń bá ya.
Ọmọ nìyẹn, ẹ dúró. Ó tún fight fún ọmọ ọlọ́mọ nìyẹn kò dúró ń bẹ̀ o. Ẹ wo ẹ̀sìn tí wọ́n fi ṣe tínú ẹ̀ dùn pé wọ́n wà lẹ́yìn òun.
Wọn ò jẹ́ kó live life ẹ̀ gan, wọ́n ti gba fóònù lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ báyìí.
Ó wá ṣe bí ìdíje, ó ṣe bí wèrè.
Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ wò ó sọ.
Ṣé ló ń bá ya MOHBAD jà?
Mo ń sọ fún yín pa ìyá MOHBAD ẹjẹ́ fún yín ẹjẹ́ já sí nǹkan kan. Nígbà tí ó fi bàbá MOHBAD lẹ̀, ó ti bímọ 2 síbi tó wà. Ó tún wá sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ tún ìyàwó ṣe fún àti bàbá MOHBAD, ó tún wà kiri, ó tún fẹ́ já ẹni yẹn lẹ̀. Irú obìnrin wo nìyẹn? Ibi tẹ́ ẹ máa ti kíyèsí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ṣé yẹn lọ́pọlọ bẹ́ẹ̀?
Iṣẹ́ apart from pé kò lọ́pọlọ.
Iṣẹ́ ni.
Iṣẹ́ ló ń bá woman yẹn fà.
Iṣẹ́ lójú pa ẹ wo Dàrósà náà. Ṣebí iṣẹ́ ló mú Dàrósà máa tẹ̀lé ọmọ àti ẹ̀ àbúrò ẹ̀ láàṣà àbúrò.
Iṣẹ́ ti bá a múlẹ̀ bí ẹ̀gbẹ́.
Ṣé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kọ́ ni? ìgbà tí Mohbad
ọ̀lẹ
sáré
olè
sáré
olójú
pé mọ́tò
kòkòrò
Mohbad ń gbé kiri.
ọ̀lẹ olè olójú kòkòrò ní ti dàrósà yẹn ọ̀lẹ olè
fámìlì wọn
olójú
nìjẹ́ ti
kòkòrò
mọ̀.
ìdílé wọn ìdílé olè olójú kòkòrò oníjẹkújẹ
ọmọ ẹ kú táìpù nǹkan tí wọ́n máa sọ ni wípé
ìdílé ọmọ ìdílé olè.
ọmọ tó promise ẹ ní 5 million ṣé nǹkan tó yẹ kó tẹnu ya Mohbad jáde nìyẹn. wọ́n tó
ìyá
ṣe
Mohbad yẹn sì máa padà ráńgà rẹ̀ ó máa jẹ́ gan-an.
Òun ti ní ká bá fi ṣọ́ọ̀bù yẹn rẹ́ǹtì kan kówó ẹ̀ fóun.
ìyá Mohbad yẹn máa jìyà gan-an.
coming from a mother.
mọ́dà.
Hey,
Ní ìsinmi
ó sì máa jìyà gan-an.
ká bá fi rẹ́ǹtì kan gba písà yẹn.
wọ́n máa sọ gbẹ̀yìn ló kó máa sọ pàyà Mohbad
kí ẹ tún máa wo
ó ti máa kú fún ara ẹ̀ ni. ó máa rí máa kú
dr
fún ara
wale
ẹ̀ ni.
ẹ máa gbọ́ ẹ máa wo 5 million tó ń sọ yìí ìyá Mohbad tún ti gba 5 million yẹn o ó ti gba 5 million yẹn lọ́wọ́ Mohbad ní Saturday kó tó kúrò mẹ́jọ yẹn o.
Ẹ káàárọ̀. Super mom.
Sá.
Bí Naija, Análejò láàrin wa.
Ọba ọ̀rọ̀.
Ṣọ́mọ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́tí láàárọ̀ ni.
Ọba ọrọ̀kọ́ yìí o, ọba ọrọ̀kọ́ yìí o.
Ọba ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́ lélẹ̀.
Ẹlòmíì ni ẹ̀rí ní sùúrù.
No, this is not ọba ọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹgbẹ́ sórí big screen.
Codec.
Ẹgbẹ́ sí
Ẹgbẹ́ sórí big screen.
Àwọn èèyàn jọba ọ̀rọ̀ ṣá. They look alike.
Eléyìí ọba
Ó
ọrọ̀.
fà ìjọba rọrọ. Wọ́n kàn jọ ṣe pọ́ǹkì ni.
Ààrẹ máa gba brother mi. Ọba ọ̀rọ̀ náà fáyìn.
Ẹ káàsán. Ẹ káàsán, brother.
Codec.
My name is Latis Net Solution.
So,
Ó yẹ bá a sọ̀rọ̀, ó yá ẹ coordinate. Ní Naija.
olórí ẹbí rẹ̀ máa wà ní gáàdì. Mo wà nù, mo ń ṣiṣẹ́ nu gáàdì. Ok,
fọwọ́ gáàdì.
codec. Nǹkan tó ṣe anyway. Ok, ẹ má wọlé, ẹ má rí. Gbogbo ilé mo kí everybody o. So, codec nílé. I came across his page. As a matter of fact, mo máa ń ra àwọn videos ẹ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́. So recently, mo ṣáà ra àwọn videos kan àti pictures. Ó dà pé bóyá ó ṣe wedding recently, but according to him, ó ní ìyàwó nǹkan ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ post picture yẹn ni. But I now had to go to his profile. Mo á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wo most of our pictures. So mo á rí ibì kan tó ti grant Oríyọmí Hamzat ní interview. Then I got to realize that he got electrocuted on a pole while walking níbi iṣẹ́. And his two arms.
Ẹ jẹ́ kán sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay, so codec sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ fún wa from day one. Níjọ́ tí incident yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ till date.
Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa mute ẹjọ́, mò ń record, ẹ jẹ́ bá wa mute.
So, good afternoon, sir and Mass. Ẹjọ́ mo máa try àti máa sọ̀rọ̀ both English and Yorùbá torí mi kò jọ about that much.
That's no problem.
Hello, sir.
That's no problem.
All right, sir. So, all right, sir. So, my name is Samuel. I am from Ijebu, Agwewoye precisely. So, June 3rd, 2022 was when I had an accident. I'm a NEPA staff, what we know as Ikeja Electric in Lagos. So, that particular day, after we set out from the office to go and work, there's a particular work that had to be done on an high tension, which we usually call 11,000 volts. So, when we set out to work, when we got to the place of the work, our team lead there, he helped us to put the cord through to where we are going to off and on the lights. Okay, this also light, so it shouldn't be on until we are done. So when we also got there ourselves, we had to make a call. Okay, as our guy called you, that we're coming to work on this line, he said yes, that we can go ahead. So we embarked on the job. That was maybe past 4 in the evening. So when it got to around 6, So while still working on the pole, mistakenly, the man went to on the lights without us giving him a word. Okay, we are done with this light, so you can on it back. In that process of him on it back,
sorry, sir. One minute.
So
ẹni tó tanná yẹn ṣé wọ́n arrest yẹ àbí wọ́n arrest ẹ ṣọ́kù tiẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ sà that also. So
ẹni tó tanná yẹn ṣé wọ́n arrest.
we were four in the team. bẹ́ẹ̀ sà wọ́n arrest ìgbà tí issue yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ tán wọ́n arrest. After some weeks was being released on bail. So and he was also dismissed from the system.
Continue.
So our colleague mi tàbí wà ń bẹ̀ rush wá sí òkè torí òkè mo ṣe wà.
Continue with your English.
Safety bets.
Continue with your English.
Okay, sir. So I was using safe up. So when I was doing electrical, I couldn't fall down. So I just detached myself the line, but I was still hanging up the line to come up to try to remove my beds and try bringing me. So in the trying to bring me down, he said when he got to a stage of the ladder, he couldn't carry me another, so he had to let me fall down. So immediately I fell down, he started giving me a punch on my chest so I can come around back. So eventually I saw myself at the hospital. So when I got, I was like, what happened? Like they on the ladder. I was like, who called done working? They said nobody placed a call through to him. Okay. At least it has happened. So when we got to Crystal Hospital, that was the hospital I was being run to. Got close to where that are. They just gave me a first aid, they can't. So I was transferred Bagada Hospital here in Lagos also. When I also got to Bagada, they said this accident it is much more. So they can't treat anything. So they just gave me POP from Bagada, then transferred me to Igbobi orthopedic that same June 3rd. So then I got to Igbobi and or there about night. So eventually when they came to check me, to check the hand, they were like, this is gone already. So they said they had to amputate the two hands. And at first I was like, I can't give my consent to that. Because they said if I didn't give my consent to the amputation, they can't proceed with it. So I said, there's no how I can give such. But eventually when my families and friends came, like, you just please let them know. Okay, it's not that even the two is not sure they're going to call the two. That life might still come back to. I said, okay, no problem. I went with my left hand at first. That was June 7th. It happened June 3rd. I was at the ICU days before going for operation. So June 7th, they called at a small point. They left a little stump at taking home is going to heal up. But no, on the 9th, they came immediately. 9th of June, they cut this one completely. So when it got to on the 11th of that same June, even I'm already uncomfortable because of fear. Instead of that small part to heal up, it is getting rotten day by day. So even I can't sleep in this way. So I had to call that, can you please just take it off like they did for this right one? So they said that they even want to come and tell me that, okay, I should please let them take it off. I said, no problem. So that same on the 11th in the evening, I went for the 3rd theater. So when I was at the ICU for 20-something days, I guess, yeah, maybe 24 or 25. And I was on oxygen for 19 days. So when it got on the 26th of June, I was being transferred from the ICU to a private ward. Because I can't keep on being at the since I have overcome the serious part of it, so I can be moved to the ward. So when I got to the ward, okay, it has happened. So what am I going to do next?
Gbogbo processing, àwọn wo ló ń fund there?
It was the company that is funding everything.
Okay then, go on.
So when I got to the ward, I was like, okay, let me try using my leg, my tools to operate my phone if I can do it. Eventually I could do, but it was stressful. I was like, okay, no problem. With constant practice, I'll be able to do it. So they do call one department a PO department. That they come and okay, try teaching you how to use your other part of the body to do one or two things. So when the guy came, was like, have I been trying to use my leg to press my phone? Because even then, he came see me on my laptop. I was like, nope, I just tried to, okay, let me see if I can do it. So I was now being discharged July 6th, but I couldn't go that particular day because they said I was owing the blood back because all the blood I was being given back at the hospital. So they said I have to donate back to the blood bank, which my friends have got. Hospital collected 36 pounds of blood. So they said I'm pounds of blood back to the blood bank. So when I tried placing calls to my friends the following day, almost like 15 of them to come and donate blood back. So on the 7th of July, I was being discharged from the hospital, but there 3 days after for dressing of the wound. So when it got to like after 1 or 2 weeks, I was like, I can't keep on coming down here because my place is very far to the hospital. So can I get a nearby hospital I can dress in? They said, okay, no problem, I can do that. But at least I will still be coming maybe once in a while to the hospital for my own personal checkup with my doctors. So the following month, like August, my insurance company, they was being informed by the company, so they came home to my place. Sir.
No, continue.
Okay, sir. So the insurance company came over to my place August. Yes, August. That was August 2022. They came over. They took some pictures. They collected my pictures before the accident, and after the accident, they said they will get back to me. So I now collected the number of a lady that came with them to my house then. So when after like a week, nothing from them, I tried calling her, chatting up, okay, she's not the one covering our ASICs, but she will give someone else number to me that is the one covering our ASICs. That she just came from the headquarters since it was being sent to them. So they will give it to the nearest branch to attend to it. So when she gave me the man's number, I also chatted him up. He was like, okay, he will send some documents to me. Later I said he will send it to the company. So they will send it to me. Since I'm not their customer directly, except I'm through the company. So they sent the forms to the company, and which company sent to me. And this form they sent is not what I can fill myself. I have to take it back to the hospital, which is in Bobby, so that they can fill and revert back to me. So it takes some months before I got the form filled back. So I had to send it also back through the HR, back to the company. So, I said it happens June 3rd, 2022. I was discharged July 7th, 2022. I was at home for a good 1 year. And throughout that 1 year at home, I was still being paid my salary in full, or what I'm entitled to. I was being given to Even till our Christmas bonus, everything was being brought home for me. So when it got to July 2023, I was called back to work, to resume back to work. Where later on they said, okay, they now went back to the case of what happened that caused my accident. They were like, okay, they gave me a query. Fine. The following month, which is July, my other colleagues, the person that on the light and our team lead were being sacked immediately for the following month. And my other colleagues too, and the man that on the light back, they were being arrested for attempted murder. Because this particular office I went to work this day, I was just being transferred there on the 1st of June. So they already had their work mapped down already. I had accidents 3rd of June. So they were being dismissed the following month. When I go back to work, July 2023, they sent a query as regards the work back, and I explained what I knew about all what happens. But once they were like, okay, why didn't we? Because normally we are supposed to drive down to where they usually on and off the lights ourselves. But we do make work easier for us as far as we put the call through to the person and he acknowledge us that okay, we can. There's also more like from him also. So that was the one that I didn't. If we went down there ourselves now, these things happen. It will have been something else. I said we are with our boss and also called left, and they confirmed that he placed the call through to him. We also placed the call through to him. So what else are we going to do? So to cut the story short, okay, they were not satisfied. To August 2020, my appointment was being terminated by the company. So when it got to September 2023, I asked from the company of 583 or 82,000 something. So when I saw the alert, I smiled. I called my HR admin. I received so amount from the company. What is this for? She was like, so this is what I'm being entitled to. A permanent staff since 2017. So is this what I'm entitled to? She was like, she don't have anything to say. Okay, what is the update about the insurance company that sends the forms to you? She said they are yet to get back, but she has forwarded all the forms to the headquarters. So ever since then, since that 2023, I sent the forms back to the company. I didn't get anything from them any longer up to this date. So ever since then, I've been living on friends and family just to survive. So that was how I'm being this way. I wasn't born this way. This happened just 2 years ago.
Alive. I'm short of words. I don't know what to say. Nigeria will never happen to us.
Everybody should quiet.
Nigeria will never happen to us. Nigeria will walk. Brother, me, Nigeria. Did I get mute lọ́dọ̀ yẹn jọ?
Okay.
Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ wípé ó máa lówó ju Dangote lọ?
Latisne, it will be your stability.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir, but since
tó wá bá ẹdún náà nǹkan tó dùn èmi jù ni pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ló bá ṣiṣẹ́ ó tún jèrè gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì owó gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n yẹ kó ná lé ẹ lórí. Owó gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ló bá ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí ló sọ ẹ́ di báyìí ó tún jèrè gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì náà. débi pé wá ń tọrọ from hand to hand ló ń jẹ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ló bá ṣiṣẹ́ náà sọ èdè báyìí no justice fún ẹni ṣé sáàkì nìkan ẹni tó lọ tọ́nà ṣé sáàkì nìkan ló yẹ wọ́n mọ̀ lé yẹn kó bá má kó bá complain bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ bá yé yẹn náà jẹ́ kó bá má kó bá complain ṣé ìjọ ń tọrọ lọ question tèmi máa rè kí n tó fáwọn èèyàn láyè láti béèrè question ṣé ẹni yẹn mọ̀ tán ni ṣó mọ̀ tán ni àbí coincidence ni.
ẹni bó ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ pé òun gan òun mọ̀ torí bí wọ́n ti wọ́n bá pa iná there's something we do call rack out and tag and meanwhile that tag it will carry do not operate men at work so now for you that you went ahead to off it for us and tag it that do not operate for you to now go back there and remove the tag and rack him back you said you've forgotten or you don't even remember what happens. So immediately he on the light. Those that with him there was like, that was what he was just keep on shouting. And that was all. So it was like he never knew when he even went back there to on the light. But for him to remove the tag that he tagged, because kò sí báyìí máa ní kí ẹ bá yẹn paná tó tí o bá débẹ̀ you have to rack out and tag it that okay do not operate men are at work.
nǹkan tó ṣe jẹ́ kéèyàn máa gbé àwọn tó bá mọṣẹ́ ni kó máa gbé sípò tó bá irú eléyìí àwọn tó ń gun àwọn òyìnbó tó ń gun high tension wà níbí báyìí kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wọn àwọn òyìnbó tó ń gun high tension ó wà níbí báyìí náà a máa ń rí wọn tó ń gun high tension ìwọ̀n lè ṣe mistake irú nǹkan tẹ́yìn ṣe yẹn irú ẹni yẹn unprofessional lọ́lọ́ gbé síbi iṣẹ́ because irú eléyìí nísìnyí ó bá yí ọ̀tá ẹ̀ jẹ́ báyìí. ẹjọ ta ló ní question ẹjọ ẹ ní láti bá wa ran arákùnrin lọ́wọ́ a ní láti ràn lọ́wọ́ ẹjọ ẹ̀yin fáǹsì mi.
Sorry brother ṣé kinní yìí ṣé around Ẹgbẹ́dá ló ti ṣe.
It happened at Moshalasi Shasha.
Because I heard something of such, but me, no jẹ́ kí n béèrè pé ó dà pé area Ẹgbẹ́dá or something. But tí mo gbọ́.
Moshalasi precisely. Moshalasi bus stop.
Yeah. Because say don't go on and sit nígbà tí mo gbọ́ kinní yẹn.
Most people that had the case then was like, I can't survive it. So if I talk about it was a surprise question. It is very rare for someone to survive an high tension accident. So probably that's what you had also about me then. But I am not dead.
Because I think the person knows you. Maybe he's a friend to you. I don't know. He was just saying it then, like, or something like that. So I'm so sorry. So sad.
All right, share the request to February.
Sir.
I'm sorry. I don't think it's necessary to be asking any questions now. This is so sad. Tell you much more be a question or way you buy.
Question on
it's sad. There might be a question on what fair point, but over fair point.
Ìyàwó ṣé ti bímọ?
No, sir.
Ìyàwó ńkọ́?
Ó ti lọ bí ṣe sir.
Ìkan náà fáǹsì mi lánàá. Ọlọ́njẹ́ lè rí nọ́mbà woman yìí tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mi ẹ kọ́ńtàkì mi jọ ẹ̀yin kọ́ mo bá wí ẹ̀yẹ ó dàn mo bá wí ẹ̀yin fáǹsì mi tẹ́ kọ́ńtàkì mi tẹ́ wọnú inbox mi lánàá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá yìí coded òun láti gbé wáyé tẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa owó ẹ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọwọ́ artificial ọwọ́ tẹ́nẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe. Ṣé ẹ ti plan láti ṣe artificial ọwọ́?
Ben, sir, even though mo try to gather for funds for that. But I make findings from 2 different hospitals, one at India and one at Switzerland, because they said it is not here in Nigeria. So I have to fly over to the country that has it. So the one at India was like, okay, the one day they have, this my shoulder part, it will not be functioning, but my wrist and my elbow will function, which means I can pick something by myself. But if I want to comb my hair precisely, I can't comb it because it can't turn up for me to comb my hair. They said that their own for the 2 arms is like $46,900 for the 2 arms. So when I got to one of my friends at Switzerland here, because it is an amputee, both hands and 2 legs, and he's using the prosthetics. So it was like his own at Switzerland, Autobot precisely, that theirs for 1 hand alone, for their own for Autobot condo is over $70,000 just for 1 hand, and their own it will work perfectly. Even I can drive with it, I can write with it
For one.
So just for 1 hand at Autobot company. If anyone knows about Autobot, can also make findings for me at Autobot precisely. And then they said it's not a must that I come down to Switzerland, that they have branches at Algeria, South Africa, Kenya. I can go there. They will just send it from Switzerland to the nearest place for me to go and go and couple it. Then I'll use maybe like 2 or 3 months to practice it with them at first before going back to my own country. So now that's what I'm trying to work towards on.
Brother, Ọlọ́run nìkan ló lè mú gbogbo ẹ̀ kúrò lọ́kàn yín. Ọlọ́run tó máa ń bu òróró ìtura sí ọkàn ẹ̀dá á bu òróró ìtura sọ́kàn yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà, lóòótọ́ kò yẹ kí a béèrè nǹkan kan. Ní àkọ́kọ́ tí màá béèrè, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo mọ̀ wípé NEPA lẹ bá ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí ni nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fún yín àti wípé ṣé kí ni as in effort will they make to get justice, especially from that man to lọ tán high tension yẹn, either unknowingly or knowingly.
Okay, sir. So we get me started now. But this quantity Hawaii, for one to start filing a case, it is money. Tell me that last time before, I'm also struggling to live, even before the accident. To show dear to me what the judge in very commanding for case. But yes, I was about for case. If I don't have a good amount to start filing case, there's possibility for me not to win this case. So it is better just for me to just keep on using my money. So I have to speak. So if I tell you that what on the insurance company 1 million money. And if I tell you our other one, you want to go to repress you know commonality or the insurance company. If I see other share the August of 2020 something if I thought that appointment you want to give 400,000. We are okay, HR will provide you my time to see that's a company. It was like I'm only facing it. So since then I never know what else I can do again.
No to tell me. Well,
Gúrẹ́sì, mo fẹ́ bèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin. Ṣé company tó ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn òun ò lè sue company yẹn ni?
Nǹkan tí ẹ wò bí tí mò ń lọ náà nìyẹn pé ṣé àti ọwọ́ yín kọ́ artificial hand láti máa tọ́ láti bẹ̀bẹ̀ fáwọn tó lè ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ nìyẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ there should be company tẹ́yìn ṣiṣẹ́ fún ní insurance o. They supposed to be liable for all this. And even ẹni tó ṣe kiri yẹn ó yẹ kó investigate ẹ pé ṣé o mọ̀ ni àbò mu ọtí yó.
Because that's the question I was asking him.
If he must go to jail, let him go to jail. ó lè ṣe èèyàn báyìí náà kó wọ́n máa wá fẹsẹ̀ rìn. Ìmọ̀ fi investigator ju yóò ní tó fi lọ tán àìtẹ́jọ́ àbò mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fẹ́ pa ẹni yìí dànù ló ṣe tán àìtẹ́jọ́.
Ṣé pàtí ló bá wá síbi iṣẹ́ ni?
So all these things are supposed to be properly investigated. Sherry, like this to anybody go on, especially with this your condition. Need owó. Just approach any as in human rights killing. Oh, don't do me I would have said, Baba, let's go to Abuja. Tell about your door with this condition and you narrate everything to the man. I swear to God. I swear to God. I give my testimony to that man. Ẹni tí ò ràgàn asán. Ẹni tí ò ràgàn asán. Artificial hand. Then wọ́n lè máa sọ kíní over. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ kíní kan. Medically, èmi ò mọ̀ nípa Switzerland o. But Indian comes first when it comes to medical treatment and surgery. Indian comes first. Mi ò mọ̀ nípa Switzerland. I don't know, but you can say, well, this Switzerland, I don't have a, but what I'm interested in is to chase justice. If you want to chase justice and you want, company that is definitely insurance now. Talk about insurance, contact one down. Let's show me your wife can't even be there now. Someone your bike, get him out, máa bọ̀ now.
To fẹ́ justice ni àbí kí ló fẹ́?
I'm going to lose ni. You know what you have passed through. You know the pains you have went through. You're working. Yes, sir. I so much pity your condition. I so much pity your condition, and I know at one point, Emma because I can't imagine those pains you went through. But I do better one long way, Ochi for you lórí ọ̀fẹ́. Then me ban be ìrètí sí wa. So there is still more to life. There is still reason. Tọ́lọ́run fi dá yín sí. So and the reason lágbára Ọlọ́run, báyé fẹ́ báyé kọ̀, you are going to actualize that reason. And the will of God shall come to pass in your life. So Ejo is divided now, your artificial hand and justice. So I don't know, èmi ò kì máa ń play.
Ṣé o fẹ́ justice ni ẹ jẹ́ kó nǹkan sọ̀rọ̀? Ṣé o fẹ́ justice?
Definitely, sir. So, because what happened to me happened at the cost of the job. So I
bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ ká.
Tí wàá ṣe pé irú àwọn bàbá Fálànà tí ń ṣe kínní nìsí, irú àwọn kínní la lè pè wọ́n síbẹ̀ tẹ́ a lè sọ̀rọ̀ wọn, a lè fọwọ́ wọn sọ̀yà gbangba mọ́.
Nigeria ti finish.
But at least the Fálànà that I know, irú mátà yìí, ẹ̀gbọ́n lè appear lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, will pick up his call and ring you up. This is a clear injustice. Let us. You don't pay anything. It's not a matter of money. And he will take up the matter and sue all those that needed to be sued.
Báwo ni máa ṣe wá ń jẹun?
Ìyá wọn ló máa feed wọn.
I have my wife at home and either of my friends, because even my friend, one of them has been with me for the past 3 months now, always with me. So it's
pathetic. You should use your voice to reach out to people. Let us at least urgent killing, because whatever this man needs now, it has to do with money. Whatever it is, it has to do with money. Maybe you can contact a larger platform, Mr. Lati. Contact a larger platform that you can work with, that can put smiles in the face of this man. Please. Why that justice ni? If not, Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ has been away. Mara ticket for you, I swear to God. Mara ticket for you.
Mr. Gracie, sorry. I can't sir. Nígbà wo ni Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ máa dé? Tẹ́ bá lè help wọn, because irú àwọn case báyìí ni Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ máa ń like lóòótọ́. And Dobalo, no, with the support of people, it's going to be fine. It's you understand what exactly, they should take it up from there. So you want to find out about my day. So that's earlier.
Find out sure pé wọ́n tàti wa náà ìwà ńlẹ̀ táyé ọ̀gá yẹn ó rẹ̀ gan, but notwithstanding, at least we'll still have to take a step and make a move. But mo ti gbọ́ máa wo nǹkan tó máa wo nǹkan tá a lè ṣe, but at least what we can do within our own power, within our own reach. I think this organ needs support.
Yeah, but that actually, what did you do? Oh, that actually. And what I saw.
Olórí ẹbí ti láṣu, ó ti láṣu.
Okay. You know, I suggest to go for me.
Ó ti láṣu.
Anybody, but I don't take the student. Hello. Ẹ̀yin ìjọba wa.
Ká ní ìjọba yín.
Àwọn ìjọba wa ní ìdáyé. Ìjọba sanwó orí, wọ́n sanwó etí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni yóò mọ̀ pé mo máa dírẹ́sì ilé ẹ̀.
Bàbá máa dírẹ́sì ilé mo fẹ́ máa fòbó.
Okay. Ó mọ̀ pé tó máa béèrè ẹ lọ́wọ́ mi, ó mọ̀ pé ṣìkún báyìí ni wọ́n lọ́ máa mú ẹbí ìgbìn. Má worry, continue. Má worry sir. Olórí ẹbí ti dé, ó yá class captain ti dé, everybody keep quiet.
Olórí ẹbí. Bákan náà kò sáńsì kẹ̀kẹ́ ní ojú kan ìyàwó ìyẹn tó gbé.
Mo sọ kí n tó lọ, mo ní àbí ká ṣí go for me. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti go for me. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ẹ̀pù máa yẹ ẹjọ́ ń tọrọ lọ́hùn. Àti ìjà àti mú ẹjọ́ ń tọrọ lọ́hùn. Perry lọ go through fẹ́ kí wọ́n máa ṣe go for me. Kẹ bá ṣe. Ọlọ́run á sọ yín náà lẹ́sùn. Ó sọ sí mi lẹ́nu bùrù sí.
Wọ́n láti ẹjọ́ without pay bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tà rẹ̀ ìyá for now. Ó láwọn tó represent bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀. Ṣé wọ́n stand in kíkèsí ẹni ìyá?
Ìgbà tẹ́ lọ sọ́dọ̀ Oríyọmí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Hello? Hello?
Ó yà gbé network ẹ̀ ṣe àmàyàmá ni. Ó yà ọjà ọ̀sán já.
Ìgbà tó lọ sọ́dọ̀ Oríyọmí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
I send the request padà, ó ti já network ẹ̀ ti já, I send the kìíní padà. Ó yà pé ó ní bóyá Oríyọmí lòun máa get back sóhun. Ó yẹ ní after gbà yẹn bóun ti ń pè bóyá bíi PA àbí èèyàn kankan tóun pè pé kóun lè book appointment pẹ̀lú Oríyọmí. Pé wọ́n lè sọ pé máàní sọ pé even òun gan ò mọ schedule Oríyọmí, so òun ò lè sọ pé gbà báyìí ni Oríyọmí máa wà available, pé so òun ò lè sì gbọ́ nǹkan látọ̀dọ̀ wọn látìgbà yẹn. Ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ bá lọ sórí wọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀ náà máa rí interview ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Oríyọmí, ó wà lórí wọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Yes, sir. Left with me. I'm not trying to speak down on anybody, Abi Oríyọmí o. Eléyìí ó involve NEPA, Project National Agency and a national body. Lójú tèmi o, mátà yìí ju Oríyọmí lọ. This is not between two parties. It's between a corporate body and an individual. I see Berekete as the most suitable platform and channel that can handle such matter. I might be wrong. I stand to be corrected. If Oríyọmí, if he's not hearing from Oríyọmí, there must be a reason for it. He should take a bolder step forward and seek justice. He should first seek justice and see where it will end to. Condition is in lower appeal. To buy artificial hand, it over fisi. ìtara yẹn kò ní sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́.
Kò ní sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́.
As he is now.
Bẹ́ẹ̀sì yẹn ò ní sí mọ́.
Sympathy yẹn kò ní really dojú ẹ̀. Á jẹ́ pictures àti videos ló máa fẹnu ṣàlàyé ẹ̀. So once it's done, it's done. But to me, I see him as ẹni tó need the justice. Àgbọ̀dọ̀ Nàìjíríà káwọn ó bẹ́tà kí wọ́n máa mọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà pé kò sí nǹkan burúkú tó ṣe. You can further go scot-free. Tẹ́ni tó o bá cheat ò bá lóhùn, àwọn èèyàn lóhùn tó máa join ohun ẹ̀ láti sọ̀rọ̀ síta. It's pathetic. It's so pathetic. Mo ti gbọ́ story yẹn ti ṣe díẹ̀. Ìjọ́ tí mò ń gbọ́ omi bọ́ lójú mi. That's why èmi ò sí mbẹ̀ gbàdó narrate anything. And I didn't bother to ask nítorí mo ti gbọ́. Mi ò lè gbọ́ story yẹn tán. Nígbó bíi ọwọ́ kìíní ọwọ́ kejì wọ́n tún gé wọnú gan. He narrated everything in that video. Live show ẹnìkan ni. I was crying.
All right.
And it was abandoned. Wèrè olórí burúkú kan lọ tán high tension. Tó o gbọ́ sígbà pé wọ́n ti ṣetán lórí òpó náà. Aburú kan lù yìí o.
Tóun kò lè cross check dáadáa kó tó mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó bá tán ó lè balẹ̀ ayé yàn jẹ́. Wọ́n kò cross check.
Aburú lù yìí o.
Gùrẹ́sì wọ́n ń gun ní
ẹgbẹ́
ẹgbẹ́
lẹ́mi. Wọ́n ló yẹ kó wà ní duty.
Gùrẹ́sì lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lémi bíbá wọ́n máa ń gun.
Bóyá sọ. Ó dàbí kó sọ pé òun kọ́ ló yẹ kó wà ní duty àbí máa yẹn gan kọ́ ló yẹ kó wà ní duty. Rizina he was called to come and do the damage. Or probably one set to one black table òun ló máa gùn kó.
Wá yẹ jẹ wá yọ jẹ ní
àti
bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹni tó wà lọ́fíìsì yẹn.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń gbowó NEPA lọ́wọ́ àwọn aráàlú. Ẹ lè náwó lé bọ̀bọ̀ ìlú. Ẹ ń gbowó NEPA. Wọ́n tọ́nà wọn tọ́nà ẹ̀ ń gbowó NEPA. Ẹ jọ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ àǹtí Fúnláyọ̀. Àdá Naija kílẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹbẹ mute.
Ní Nàìjíríà kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ náà?
Àǹtí Fúnmiláyọ̀ ta ló fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ orí mò ń lọ láìpẹ́ yọ. Nàìjíríà ti finish o. Nàìjíríà ti finish o.
Hello ma, ọmọ kí everybody o.
Ẹ káàsán.
Ẹ káàsán, ẹ kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta o, ẹ kú ètò o.
How are you?
Inú mi máa ń dùn bí mo ṣe máa ń gbádùn yín o. Jẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí MOHBAD àti ilé ìtẹ́ tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé wáyé. In fact, I'm so happy. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa ran gbogbo wa lọ́wọ́. Ojú òní tì yín. Àdúrà náà ni mo fẹ́ ṣe fún yín pé gbogbo ohun tẹ́ ń fẹ́ Ọlọ́run á ṣe fún yín. Ààbò Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ máa dájú lórí yín. Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ máa sọ tó máa fa ibi sínú ayé yín ẹ̀ ní sọ. Èyí tẹ́ máa sọ tó máa mú yín yè, tó máa mú yín ṣe rere ló máa jáde lẹ́nu yín. Ẹ kú ètò.
Ẹ ṣé gan.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ Olúwa. Olúwa á ṣagbára yín dọ̀tun. Mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín o. Mo máa ń fọ́lò yín gan.
Ẹ ṣé.
Yes, sir.
Ẹ ṣé. Sir. Sorry, Big Mommy.
Ẹ lọ sí ẹ̀ka sàn gbogbo lé. Ẹ̀ka sàn sà. Bọ̀dá yẹn ti bọ́lẹ̀.
Bóyá mẹ́gẹ̀ẹ́ tán ni pèlè bọ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Wàláì mo fi so sad nígbà tí mo rí fídíò ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn. Wàláì.
Ilé ayé ò lè rọrùn fún mọ́ bó ṣe wà ẹ́.
Àánú ẹ̀ ṣe mí gan-an Ọlọ́run.
Kò lè jẹun lásìkò tó hùn.
Ajé tí ẹni tì bá yún wọn gan-an, á yùn wọn báwo lè fi ṣe.
Ìyẹn ló wọ́ sí. Ẹ tó rán mi létí pains yẹn tákàrà máa yúnyàn.
Ẹ wò báwo ló yẹ fẹ́ ṣe? Mo fi fún ọ bí mo ti ẹ̀rọ kọ́ wo fídíò ẹ̀ mo ní Yorùbá lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn mo ní kábíyèsí Olódùmarè báwo ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá yẹ pàbúrò dùn bíbá yìí láíláí.
Máa lówó ju Dangote lọ.
But Nigeria my country Ọlọ́run má yẹ kí bí ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa má jẹ́ àríbi ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ayé wa ẹ ti bí máa kàn má jẹ́ kó kàn wá because that bros is feeling òun fi pain gan-an bọ̀ mélòó ló fẹ́ sọ. You understand? Ẹlòmíì gan.
Níbi tó ti gé apá yẹn gan kò lè hílì tó máa fi kú.
Yes. Wọ́n ti tún wá gé apá yẹn jù ẹ̀gbọ́n. Wọ́n ti gé jù.
Wọ́n gé jù.
Wọ́n ti gé jù ẹ mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ọlọ́dà ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi. Come on, sorrow. Come on, understand because it's our country. But I feel for the brochure, but I go any dear, but you understand. I know that man can fight very well.
I get there, continue.
She might get to that pay on my phone, artificial to Mama Lou, but he get away. What he get you? I buy your resistance, Gidi, or you come to get KG. Eh? But don't have a mommy, but only a mommy. Kábíyèsí Olódùmarè.
Omi tiẹ̀ ṣe dáa. Tára bá yún yẹn ló mú mú tiẹ̀.
Tára bá yún, báwo ló fẹ́ yún? Àbíbí kan tiẹ̀ yún lẹ́yìn ẹ̀, báwo ló fẹ́ ṣe? Ọba má jẹ̀mú. Àfihàn yìí ṣá, mo kàn fẹ́ follow wọn, mo fẹ́ gbà káǹtì wọn ni. That's why tí mo fi wá sókè.
Tẹ bá fẹ́ bless ẹ̀, kò sí problem. A lè gbà káǹtì ẹ̀, the Nigerian káǹtì ẹ̀, tẹ bá fẹ́ bless ẹ̀.
Okay. Ta ló lákàntì wọn lọ́wọ́?
The Naija.
Olórí ẹ ṣe jẹ́ kán ẹ ṣe pin àkáǹtì yẹn síbi tí ẹ kọ ó sì sí yẹn kádẹ àkáǹtì yẹn sókà.
Naija.
Kèmí mo tẹ̀lé ní láti ṣe mi tẹ̀lé sọ̀rọ̀ mi kàn kèmí báyìí. I'm just crying.
Olórí ẹbí mi àti bá máa wo kíní mi ní àkáǹtì yẹn ó kàn ó pèsè orí láìfù mi nígbà tó bá sórí láìfù mi lánàá ni.
Ẹ bá mi pè jẹ́ bá mi pè gẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀.
Máa tó ṣe àkáǹtì ẹ̀ jọ ẹ bá gẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀.
Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
Ó ní nẹ́tíwọ̀kì òun ni ó máa sẹ́ndà kan nọ́mbà yẹn sí mi ṣe máa pèsè sórí bíbá yẹn.
Di Lion.
Ẹ̀rọ àkójọ mẹ́ta máa gbé ṣe o. Mo kí gbogbo ilé bẹ̀, mo kẹ́yìn ìyá, mo kẹ́yìn bàbá mi bẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ò lè fi wá sílẹ̀. Lórí ti brother ẹ̀, in fact, that what he said was right. Gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ lórí mo mọ̀ wọ́n in a little time gan. So kò dẹ̀ sí lọ́nù gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ. And even though we go to the same church, so that's why I can testify to it. In fact, nígbà tí mo máa rí wọn, nígbà tí mo máa mọ̀ wọ́n yẹn gan, I was just like, so ó ga o. So mo ṣe rí nìyẹn ṣá. And anyway, mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ò ní fi wọ́n sílẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ ní fi ìdílé yẹn náà sílẹ̀ torí he has already married. Ẹ mọ̀ pé kó yẹn wà lórí condition yẹn. Tó yẹ kó tẹ̀ sí ń wá bó ṣe máa ń sùn díẹ̀ kan. Tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ìyàwó ló máa ṣe one or two things. Mọ bó ṣe máa rí. Kọ́lọ́run kó ṣàánú. And ìyàwó ẹ̀ náà try because I know her wife also. I know his wife also, sorry. So ìyàwó ẹ̀ gbìyànjú. So òun náà dẹ̀ ó ń try. Òṣìṣẹ́ náà òun náà òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba. And he is really trying very, very well. So bó ṣe rí ni Ọlọ́run ní fi wọ́n sílẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan. Thank you.
Ọmọ kìíní sórí bàbá ó ti pa múra mi gan mi. Ọmọ báwo ló ṣe tára bá ń yín o? Ìnira nìyẹn lásán.
Ẹ ti sọ pé tó máa fẹ́ tọ́lẹ̀tì nǹkan, wọ́n fẹ́ tábà fún mi.
Tó bá tún lọ tọ́lẹ̀tì.
Olórí ẹbí account number àti phone number ni mo send yẹn. So màá kàn tí láti máa send ẹ̀. Bóyá bàbá rẹ̀ tó bá mọ̀ tó bá lè bá wa pin ẹ̀ dẹ̀ náà lè bá wa pin ẹ̀ because we no more shit. So I just keep posting it.
A lot of things for Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ fi àwọn tó dá bless.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n tẹ bá fẹ́
Ọlọ́run láìkì lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
ẹ ti understand ẹ bá fẹ́ kọ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ pin ẹ̀ ẹ máa forí so that sit-up ò ní jábọ́. Ó ti yẹ kí ẹ lè pin ẹ̀ sí ní bàbá ẹ máa forí space ẹ ní kọ́ papọ̀ ní normal one. Ó ti yẹ yín.
Okay, me, I call love continuously, right?
Am I call one space, two space?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ẹ bá dẹ̀ ti kọ́ tọ́kẹ́ fọwọ́ rẹ̀ sí mi kan tí n bá ṣe ṣòtò àwọn ẹlòmíín lè lọ bèrè àkáǹtì yẹn lọ́wọ́ mi. Tó ti yẹ yín.
Tó ti yẹ mi.
Ọmọ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sítórì bọ̀bọ̀ yìí látọ̀dọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. A máa ní Dínájà o, a máa ní ìdorúkọ.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
We can hear
you. Ṣé bí mo ṣe space ẹ̀ yìí wà okay?
Mo tí rí odi Nàìjíríà ṣe ti space ẹ̀ ni.
We have space 0060440 yeah. 4139.
Send there.
Kẹ́rì ṣó mú mi ṣeré ni.
Mi ṣeré báwo.
Nǹkan tí ń ṣe tẹ́rì o.
Kíni? Màá pa àwọn ìyàwó yín sí yín. Ṣáà ní kí fẹ́ ń gbọ́kọ yín.
Ṣé ṣáà ní kí wà mí?
Sọ́wọ́ ń gbọ̀n ni.
Àbí o, ẹ̀yin náà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ látẹ̀ over 5 minutes now.
Ṣáà ní kí wà mí? Ṣáà ní kí wà mí ni?
Àwọn ọmọ gbọ́n náà, wọ́n lè jókòó sí corridor.
Àní kí wà.
Máa fẹjọ́ mi sà ní kí ìjọ má dalé mi rú o. Ilé tí ò tí tò tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo sì ń dá láti tò, o tí wàá fẹ́ dàrú. Dàrú náà, ṣe kí wàá gbàlejò.
Ẹ̀yin àlejò ń bo èmi ẹ̀ lálé mi ò nídìí yín.
Àgbàlejò, ṣé ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti rí ìsìn? Ẹ ṣáà ti rí nǹkan tí mo sẹ́ǹdì sí.
Àárín kankan.
Mi ò rí kankan.
TikTok ti ń dín pẹ̀lú mi nìyẹn o. Bóyá TikTok ni òjò wọlé.
Kò tí ì ṣó o. Ìlàjà kò ṣó rárá.
Màá ti pèsè ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀ máa rùn. Honestly.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ènìyàn máa drop ẹ̀ ní. Olóòtú ní TikTok.
Post ẹ̀ nìyẹn o. Kí ni wàá fẹ́ ṣe báyìí? Fẹ́ẹ̀dì ṣé kí n sẹ́ǹdì ẹ̀sẹ̀ Fẹ́ẹ̀dì?
Sẹ́ǹdì ẹ̀ fún mi níbí ẹ̀.
Jẹ́ sẹ́ǹdì ẹ̀sẹ̀ Fẹ́ẹ̀dì.
Tó ìbọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀ ti bàdé mi jẹ́jọ́.
Wàláì Ọlọ́run, mo ti láti bí almost 2 weeks mo ti ń wo fídíò ọ̀dà ẹ̀. Mo wá ń try, mo ṣe ṣáà stroke fídíò ẹ̀ pé jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ bóyá yóò balẹ̀ ní ìyàtọ̀.
Nàìjíríà ò dá mọ́ o.
Ajé Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ lóyàn, ẹ̀dẹ̀ àbándọ̀ ẹ̀.
Bára ṣe mọ nǹkan tó fọ́nì jù. Nǹkan tó fọ́nì jù sà. Wọ́n lè gbowó lórí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn.
Wọ́n lè kówó orí ẹ̀ jẹ ni, wọ́n máa gbowó àṣírí ló sọ yẹn. Fẹ́rì gbà. Management lè kúra owó lórí ẹ̀ kó wá fún 500,000.
Ọwọ́ méjèèjì ti lọ.
Ibi ẹni tó deliver 500,000 yẹn a ní ìdorúkọ ẹ̀ àti manager tó ẹ̀ dídẹ́pọ̀ yẹn. Ìyẹn la máa faṣọ ya mọ́ lára fọ́tò àti orúkọ ẹ̀.
Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní post ẹ̀.
Ìyẹn gan ló máa sọ ìgbà tó bá rí ilé ayé orúkọ ẹ̀ àtorúkọ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀.
Ẹ má yẹ ká dúró lórí platform wa nìkan.
Ó jẹ́ ká tó àkàkọ́. Ó ìjẹ́kọ́ ní.
Ẹ tá bá ti mọ details ẹ̀ mi máa gbé fáwọn blog. Máa gbé fáwọn.
Fagbala Gabriel náà, àwọn náà kọ́ sí. Báwọn ṣe wọ́n ṣe wà ẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ yàn tó máa fún wọn ṣó ti yé yín.
Ó jẹ́ casual staff. Kókó jẹ́ casual worker gan. Kò jẹ́ kó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ kí wọ́n kúlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Wọ́n jẹ́ odindi ọ̀gá níbi iṣẹ́ tó ń lead the team. Tó ń lead the team ẹ̀dẹ̀ lo ẹ̀dẹ̀ abandon ẹ̀dẹ̀ useless life ẹ̀.
Àwa ò Nàìjà.
Ó lọ jẹ́ ìlú òyìnbó ni bọ̀bọ̀ yìí. Ẹ dọ́nà mo tún fẹ́ Nadia kan, mo fẹ́ dábàá kan.
Okay.
Wọ́n máa ní kó ṣe fingerprint. Mo fẹ́ ní tó bá jọ̀wọ́ kan tiẹ̀ wà. Ṣebí ò bá gba visa. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì bíbá ọ̀fẹ́ náà máa bá aṣọwọ́ yẹn.
Wàláì.
Ọ̀fẹ́ náà máa ṣọwọ́ yẹn fún Dublin bí báyìí. Kó tó bá ti jà dúró.
Perry.
Perry
dà.
Ọ̀fẹ́ náà máa bá ṣọwọ́ yẹn ní Dublin bí báyìí. Wọ́n á make life ẹ̀ tó hard yẹn. Dublin máa make life ẹ̀ easy. Dublin, ó máa make life ẹ̀ very easy. Ó máa ìgbà ló ṣe máa mọ̀ pé òun gbélé ayé.
Ọ̀pẹ Nàìjíríà kọ́lọ̀ ṣàánú. That bros need to fly out. Wàláì. Ẹ mọ̀, wọ́n ti lè bá wá wọ́ọ̀kì.
But olórí ẹbí even tó bá fẹ́ ṣe pálí tó bá fẹ́ travel kò chances wà fún ẹni tó bá ní disability kò di dandan kó ní fingerprint.
Tó bá jẹ́ àlè ṣe yẹ kí n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkan kí n bá
ní. Kò ṣe dandan kó ní fingerprint. Àyè wà fún
irú because tó bá dé dọ́jú kó tó bá gba visa UK fún. Tó bá gba visa UK fún. Mo mọ ní tó lè bá ṣe visa UK. Tó bá gbé dé UK àwọ̀ Dublin. Rádẹ̀ wọ̀ Dublin kó lọ submit rẹ̀ fún ìjọba. Wọ́n ti gé òun lápá o. Ó dẹ̀ kó gbọ́dọ̀ sọ story fún Dublin. Wọ́n máa fún mi lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni.
Kó ní wọ́n ti gé òun lápá. Kó ní wọ́n ti gé òun.
Àbí
olórí ẹbí yìí ṣé ẹni tó mú kí ni yín lọ sọ yìí ni.
Hi, Modu, hey, my mouth don't bend. Modupe Ola, longest time. Evidence of where Sam Larry attends Liam's best. After he doesn't say, may God bless her. He really produce evidence. No be like. Guys, help me click the like button. Just click the like. Even if I don't tell you now, please now. It's all okay. Oh yeah, we are your speakers. Please now. Even if I don't tell you now, just click the like button for me. Click and share. Even if you don't share, please click the like button. And then click the like button and share for me. Okay.
And the woman is in Nigeria, then we can assume that the woman in Nigeria, wherever she is, she's acting and working for her husband.
Now, I'm heading somewhere. One thing you will know about Mr. Muiwa Baba Kekere is that he's a man of little words. From he has to work for some family issues, and the husband is alive. We can best be rest assured that the lawyer is working on behalf of the family with
Prince
with the approval of the husband. Wherever the husband is passed away now, he's gone. So who should come in? As we look for the justice for the husband, who should administer the property? Who should ask for the DNA? Who should ask for what happened in the house? Who killed my son? Thank you very much. Please go.
Don't get it twisted at all. Okay, it is the wife. Don't say we should administer the no, that is besides the point. The wife is second in command. She takes charge when the husband passes on. But because we're so myopic in nature in Nigeria, and that is the reason why you would have this line of thought that the next person to talk about this, and that would then be the father. No, in a nuclear family, the wife in this question has every goddamn right. Me is married to MOHBAD. Either you like it or not, as long as the bride price was paid, she is married and it is legally binding. Take it anywhere.
Osha, let me ask this question too.
No, please, hold on. Please, can you say with me he's married, either she likes it or not. You're right. Either we like it or not. You're right. But when it comes to taking action on behalf of that family, the demise of the boy, of the man, Maybe yes, maybe she does have the right, but can you show me some certificate?
My thing is, I hope Wunmi knows every legal right.
Because for you to stand on that point with assertiveness, you have to show me the marriage certificate. Show me. If you can show me, then in fact, you can go and get all the sons in the world. I don't care.
As long as the bride price was paid,
because the bride price was paid only means that the family of the groom has recognized that their son has decided to marry a woman. It's an acceptance, a recognition. That is a cultural way. That's a traditional way. Just because they cut off 4 people's heads to worship a particular deity in the shrine doesn't mean that it's legally allowed in the country. But they still do it anyway.
Since they paid Wunmi pride price, see, let me tell you something. She's married.
I'm not saying she's not.
They'll close the door for me.
I'm not saying she's not. I mean, you're getting it twisted.
She's married. She's married.
I understand from that perspective. I want to ask Usha a question, please, respectfully. If, like, okay, you're married. Let's say you're married, and whatever happens in the family, who do you think calls the shots in the demise of a man? Like maybe the burial arrangements and maybe whatever steps that needs to be taken further, just like Crocodile, have said. Who do you think would do that? Is it the wife or the family of the disease of the man?
The wife, like I said, is the next of kin.
I don't think the wife can decide that.
Excuse me. Wait, the owners, let me land now. You are asking me a question, and I will say it as I see fit. The wife is the next of kin. Either we agree, either we want to use.
No, Osha, no. Why you?
Now. This is the problem I have with you.
Next of kin, wife.
Nobody interrupts you. You like to, and that is really rude. If anybody is going to interrupt you, they will ask you, "Oh, can I interject? Can I say this?" But I find it really rude.
Can I interject?
When you just jump into, this is my own line of thought, either you like it or not. We are all wired differently. We grew up in different environments. How I see things may be different from yours. That is your opinion. This is mine. And I am saying this for a fact for what I know. When an husband passes by, who is in charge when the wife passes on? Who is in charge? The husband. You agree with me, yeah? So what makes it okay for the husband to be in charge and not the wife?
Can I interject?
The husband to be in charge. So if she is the next of kin, yes, she has every right. The onus is now on her. Let me answer him first. The onus is on the wife to then say that she wants it done this way. Can the father or the mother or whoever that is elderly in the family takes charge? And that is just it. But in Nigeria, we have infused culture in every goddamn thing that we do. We don't even look at it from a different perspective. And that is the reason why we're here arguing about this whole thing. You can...
Thank you.
What you want to say?
Nobody should castigate Nigeria.
Crocodile, 1 second, please.
Okay.
Osha is saying we are using our culture. We have a culture before we migrate to this country. So we still need to use our culture. Crocodile, you can carry on.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to say.
Please, can I go please
we are a culture.
Crocodile,
okay.
Fortman, please hold on. Let me quickly say this before I go down. There is this page 178 of the inquest where Wunmi was asked a certain question about this traditional marriage. This is the question. I sympathize with you in respect of the death of your husband. You were married legally to MOHBAD? She answered no, traditionally. In that regard, she admitted she was not legally married, but she was traditionally married. So looking at the circumstances that surround the situation on ground, traditionally, the head of the family, which is the Baba Aloba, will take charges precedent of the situation. We should not take the fact that the why everything is under being contested is because the traditional marriage is not respecting the Babaloba as also the traditional leader of that family. We're talking about the family traditionally now. We are not talking about marriage or no marriage. We're talking about the traditional marriage that they did. Now, as a traditional marriage, it is limited to some certain extent. When you say she is the next of kin, when she is filling out some documents in some certain stages, certificate of marriage, certificate representing your next of kin will be added. If she is going to be standing as a next of kin in some capacities, he will have to prove the certificate of that person, either by birth certificate or marriage certificate, will be presented. So the statutory of marriage is the wedding act that says that go to court or go to this and go to that. And when you look at under also the traditional marriage, we have the Sharia laws that allow a lot of men to marry more than one wife, right? So also, it allows the Christian to go and marry. But remember that after marriage in the court and at the church will give a certificate which you will go and tender at the Office of Public Record. And the certificate will be issued. If Wumi and Mohbad were able to do that within 60 days of that traditional marriage, this marriage will have been legally binded. I didn't say they are not married. Traditionally, they are married. But there has to be a legal binding documentation that will solidify it anywhere in the world. If Wumi wants to acquire a passport now, she cannot use Aloba if she does not have a statutory document to represent the Aloba in her name. If Wumi wants to get a VIN or NIN or whatever it is, she will not be able to present Aloba as her name if she does not have that document. So please, let us just calm down. Look at this case. I mean, she is married, right? But under the traditional law that she's married to, now, Baba can still contest that marriage as still the head of the family because it's still under tradition. As the traditional head of the family, Baba can still contest that traditional marriage. The law allows it. That traditional law allows it. So I will mute now.
All right, so Snitch, so it means that the powers that is being claimed that Mohbad has over the power to act, and power to administer, power to employ, like the lawyer, it means that she does under the customary law, marriage laws, she does not have that power, right? As you just read out now. That's what the Snitch. I'm asking the Snitch if it's there.
Can I just clarify that they were both?
Yes. That's what she said right there. She said that she is not legally married, but she is traditionally married. So she will not have all the utmost power, all the utmost rights in that case.
And as such, she cannot act as the next of kin as regards the other thing that borders on Mohbad. She can't be the next
the
of
traditional
kin.
marriage gave her limitations to act. So the traditional marriage gave her limitations. Yes.
I think that settles it. Okay, Mr. Captain.
Okay, can I just clarify that they were not married, right? They're not married. Yes, they had an introduction, and after that, if that hasn't been validated by the council, they're not married anywhere. Yes, our culture, you can call anybody your wife, your whatever, until something like this actually happened. So in a case, if that was the case, why is everyone asking the man to bury his son? Then the wife should just carry on and have him buried. If she really have the power that you are talking about, right? It's clear that everyone actually know who has the power here. The authority and the power, we know that is the father. So I don't know why we're contesting that. Because if that was the case, why we keep on asking him to do this, to do that? If she has the power, she can just go on and just carry on and do whatever, she can do. So let's make that clear, right? Here, she doesn't have that power you're talking about. To an extent, she does have a right
to some of his stuff, but the power to decide when to, carry on some. As a soldier, right, when you die and you have a wife, if that wife, right, is not your next of kin, she still cannot even make any decision, despite the fact you're legally married. Do you guys understand that? Yeah. You cannot make a decision. So what about in the case of somebody like someone that had 5 or 3 wives or 4 wives, and that person is married to all of them? So are you telling me that the family will not be informed before they can make that decision? So all the 4 wives can just say, okay, take him somewhere and bury him so place and that. It doesn't. We keep on forgetting that we're African. And we keep on forgetting just simply because we love somebody and we decide to just look away from the truth, right? So it doesn't work like that. We all understand, we knew who actually have the authority here, which is the father, is the head of the family. When they had an introduction, after that, they still need to validate that introduction by the council. And the council, 60 days, the council, 60 days. Yeah, you go to the council, you register that, and the council will give you a certificate. And if you don't have that, whatever they have is not valid. It's not valid. But you get me? In Nigerians, we all call everybody your girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. You can call them your wife. It's accepted. But in this case, these ones are not married. They're not legally banned at all. I don't care what anyone says.
Thank you. It's not legally binding.
They are legally banded. You show us the proof. Show us the proof. Even if they were legally banded, the father still have a utmost right to decide, and that's the reason why we're having all these issues. If he doesn't have all this right, by now you wouldn't have had him buried. And it's the reason why they took him to that place they had him buried the first time. So we need to understand that the man has so much authority over all these ones, so we should forget. So that's just my own contribution for now. Right? I've got a few questions for my sister Osha. Right? I've got loads of questions for you for her, but for now I'm just gonna let you guys carry on.
Crocodile. Let me quickly add this. You see, if we start pushing this traditional, what people need to understand is that Baba still has some more powers, even in the traditional settings. You understand? All we have to do is just stop pushing the wrong narratives that will now degenerate to some other complicated issues. If Baba tells you today that traditionally they have a right that they perform in Ekiti, which makes sure that if a senior brother if a senior son died and is married or traditionally, or the second born or the next in line can inherit the wife. Do you know that tradition can also be invoked right now? If the customary and the tradition of Ekiti people allows that, then Baba can say, okay, since just to make sure things go right, Baba can now decide to say, I want my second son to take over. Right? If people understand Opo, like Oshopo or something.
I agree with you, Mr. Bayo. I think I've seen that in the movies.
Yes. So it's a lot of traditions. So because this tradition does not mean that, she will take it lightly or something. So, the tradition is there, but there's still a lot of openings. The law is not definite. You understand? You might be thinking because she got married old, there are some limitations. And I'm sure the person in question knows that. The lawyers, the legal team that is working with her would have told her that in all these cases, there's limitation to power of traditional marriage. You can push your luck, right? But they know, even you, me, and know that there's limitation to it. What are the legal paperwork that will put you in the superior seat? As it is right now, Baba he has all the rights, all the powers. Baba will present the birth certificate of Mohbad, but the wife will not be able to present any document of the husband that makes it legal marriage. The only thing she can present is the birth certificate of her son that still carries the aloba. You understand? So it's she has the right, she does not have the right. Right now, I think what the states at this case, because it's a crime against the state and there's a conflict among the families, it is the responsibility of the state to take charge of that estate. Pending the time the family will settle their conflicts. If we allow them, they should settle this conflict among themselves. But if we don't, then the state does not have a choice. If we don't allow them, the state will take over. I think there's a law that, I've forgotten the law that is used. And at the end of the day, when the case is settled, they will only give it to the head of the family. That is what the law says. And the head of the family still remains Baba Loba. So give or take, there's too many openings in this case. We should let's just stop making this case worse. I'm telling you, for real.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to. I was trying to talk, but I think it's now more clearer now. And
DJ Snitch and Crocodile, I wouldn't mind if any of you can answer this question. I just want to clarify, just for my own understanding. So you're claiming that Baba is the head of the family in a customary marriage. Yes. Is that right?
Yes.
Thank you. Are you going by the law or?
He's the head of the extended family.
Sorry?
The head of the extended family.
Okay. No, I'm talking about Mohbad's family himself. I do understand what you're saying. I get it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do understand, please. And I'm not trying, I would always say this, I'm not trying to take your own understanding from you or your opinion. Yeah, I'm just trying to gain some knowledge and shed a bit of light myself. So, but based on my own research, yes, what I've come across, it states that according to the Nigerian law, which is also recognized here in the UK, because you would agree with me that we do find families who would want to go for visa application with the British High Commission, and they do not have a proper marriage certificate that you've just mentioned because they were not married in the court. And the wife or wives in the polygamous family would have the man's last name. But if they present themselves as a family that has undergone the customary marriage, in that case, they would have to present photographs, yes, of the marriage ceremony, which is recognized in the UK. And I believe it's very much recognized in Nigeria, where this is actually originated. And from my own research, it states that the head of the family in a customary marriage is the eldest son. In the case of Mohbad, it would have been Liam. But in this case, Liam is an underage, which gives Wunmi, yes, the right. Or if we want to extend it to the extended family, it will be Adura or the eldest sister, because on there that I read, it stated that before it was, the females were not involved, but now, these days, that the females are now involved and they are also seen as the head of the family. But obviously, we don't call, where we come from in Yoruba land, I've never heard us referred to any female person as Olori Ebi. Am I right? I don't know if you're Yoruba. So, yeah. So I will stick with the, on the lane of the male. You understand? We do recognize our men as the Olori Ebi. And even you will find out that in some families, the Olori Ebi is not the father to the whole family. You would agree with me. It's usually the eldest son. So if we go back and think about, I mean, for those who are Yorubas, if we go back and think about our grandparents or our parents when they left, who took over the estate? Usually, it would usually be the eldest son. But anyway, I don't want us to miss it. From my own research, yes, with the Nigerian law, the eldest son is recognized as the head of the family, not the father. I did not read it anywhere that it's the father. That was all I was going to say.
Please, excuse me, please. What part of the law did you read that, man? Please, I can quickly check because I know that laws have been there has been amended. There have been retraction of law. Which part?
Is it this snitch or DJ snitch? Sorry, I don't want to.
The snitch.
The snitch. Oh God, that's brilliant. No, put it on Google. You would see some information. I even got some from the UK website, which is linked to the Home Office.
I like this name.
Put it on Google. You will find. I'm sure you are able to recognize people.
What you read online, is it legally binding? What you read online, is it legally binding?
It is.
Is it legally binding?
Don't say, let me tell you something. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you to tell me where that is in the law, where I can quote it out.
No. Hold on. For a lay person, I'm not a lawyer. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. Yeah, and here in the UK, we go as low as possible. You understand? I don't need to be quoting any law. Like I said to you, you go on there and see the information yourself. Obviously, you're able to recognize reputable sites, yes, that you can read, and the ones that are not reputable. I didn't go to a blog. I didn't go to.
You see, we are talking about. I'm sorry. We are trying to educate ourselves here, yes, right? Correct. We are trying to make sure whatever we're saying, people that are listening understands us and apply into their day-to-day activities and life, right?
I agree with you.
Yeah. So if somebody has decided to write something based on his own experience, like I said earlier, wait. Like I said, the law is not definite. You understand? What you use as precedent today in court might change for another case tomorrow. There might be a little thing. You understand? And the moment that thing comes in, you will not quote it unless it becomes a law. That is why you will hear
unless it will become a law. Yes, and I do agree with that because it has not been into effect already. So what I've read, yes.
You know, see this. Let me give you an example.
Yeah,
the corona.
This age, you can settle this with this. This age. Sorry to cut you. Sorry to interject. The person who paid Bumi's bride price, okay, is the head of the family.
That is your own finding, yeah?
And that is the father.
Crocodile, is that your own finding? Sorry, Crocodile.
That was what I paid the dowry.
The reasons why I want to buttress that because in the event in which Baba MOHBAD is deceased, then this first son can assume that role.
Hold on, can I ask a question? Is that your own finding or you're quoting the law?
Who pays the head of the family? If not the head of the family, who pays the bride price? If not the head of the family.
You asked me the same question and I was able to answer.
Yeah, the head of the family pays the bride price.
Crocodile, listen. I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong, and I want you to understand that.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to say that the head of the family.
We are all talking so that when we go elsewhere.
I mean, I'm making a statement before you cut me. What I was trying to say is that the head of the family pays the bride price. In the absence of the head of the family, the first son does that. And so what are we arguing about the head of the family?
No. It's the groom pays the bride price.
The groom does not.
The groom, because I also had a traditional marriage. I did the three. I did the court, the traditional marriage, and the church. You understand? And I'm from a very traditional background.
Yeah.
You know.
But if the groom wants to pay the bride price from where or from whom will the groom get the money from?
No. Listen. It will now be decided amongst the family. But you see that bride price, hold on. You see that money would have to come from the groom. Even the list that is written would have to come from the group. However, his family can support him.
Jimmy, please excuse me, please.
Yes,
the music, please. I greet you and I greet everybody. I'm at work, so I just have to excuse myself, please. According to what Crocodile said, number one, what is the definition of head? What is head? Head is
it's a leader.
Wait.
It's a leadership role.
It's a leadership role.
Yes.
You understand? The most senior.
Yes.
The most.
No. A leadership role does not have to
now.
be
I'm not talking
senior.
about a leadership role in the company.
Vampire.
I'm talking about in a family setting. I'm talking. Wait now. Let me land. Then you say. I'm talking about it. Wait now. I'm not putting
I have not accepted. I have not accepted the leadership.
Let me land. Then you say your wait. Let me land. Then you said your whole. Wait now. I'm talking about in a family setting. I'm not talking about in a community. I'm not talking about in the company settings because I involve in all. In the family settings.
In a family setting, yeah.
Wait, let me land. Okay. When the father is still very much alive. Are you getting me now? And the father has a senior. You understand? The senior to the father is the head of the family. But in the case that the father of the person is the most senior, is the head of that family, it is when the father is no longer alive that the first son, see, the first son might not be the firstborn. The first son might be the lastborn. He now assumes the position of head of the family. But as much as the father is still very much alive, my dear.
Sorry, Viper. Can I just quickly say something?
I'm not interrupting you guys. Sorry, I just needed to address something. Pivot, are you there?
Yeah.
Why are you muting people? Please let it be an interactive session and allow people. You're muting people from Wumi's side, and that's
I'm the one muting myself, Osha. If you
no.
Let me land.
Hello, because I'm getting
an excuse. I took an excuse before I started talking. So
yeah, Viper, just one you guys. It's not you guys on the platform. I'm just saying that you're muting people.
Yeah, Osha. If they don't want anyone to mute them, private music says he doesn't want insultive words on his platform.
Tidy fashion. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Please.
He's okay, it's fine, but no, just can you talk to
addressing pivot?
Please, yeah, I am the first. I'm one of the moderators.
You went.
I'm the one.
You don't want insults here. You don't want insults here
to abuse anybody. And I am.
I'm not insulting people. You're insulting people.
You don't allow people to talk.
No, we want them to talk. That's why we are here. I want them to talk. No, Osha, wait.
Oh my God.
Well,
allow me to speak. Allow me.
Can I tell?
You can move on. Yeah.
Thank you, Denise. God bless you, bro. Yeah. Thank you. So, as I was saying, Baba MOHBAD is very much alive. Hale and healthy. There is no how, no judge, no president will boycott him and ask Adura to do anything. It's never done, and it will never be done. So it's not all about I read it on Google. This is what I've witnessed. You understand? This is what I've witnessed a time without number. When the father is still very much alive, the father have the say on everything. I'm not saying some things, I mean everything. But when the father is no longer alive, then the first son might be the last born, then now assume the position of responsibility. Now, in a situation whereby the father still have someone that is older than, but the father is no more alive, that means Adura has an uncle. From direct father, I'm telling you, Adura will still have to take some words from him before he acts. See, I'm talking about your own culture now. Your own now, because I was born, raised,
right? Do everything in your own land before I elect the country. So I know what I'm saying. And when it comes to the issue of buy price, see, we have witnessed everything in our family. The only tribe my family has not married is Hausa. The father will pay the buy price. When the father is not alive, the senior son will pay the buy price. It's never done. But this.
Yeah, what's going on? Perception. Okay. Is he still talking?
I think
connection. Can we have someone else?
Oh, maybe it's his reception. Okay. I was just going to say.
Can I ask, excuse me, ma, Mr. Ajun, can I ask you a question, ma? In this capacity here, if yes, I'm asking you a question.
Oh. It's his network, yeah.
So, Ajun, can I ask you this question, yeah? Is there anything that is allowed by law in Nigeria that women can do with Aloba's name without any legal documentation to represent that? Is there anything she can do?
Like I said to you.
I'm just saying in Nigeria at the moment.
There are things, hold on. There are things I said. Listen, I am going by the customary law. If I want you to remember that word, sir. Excuse me, you asked the question. Hold on, please. I want you to remember that word law, which means, things are recognized by the law. It's not just the tradition. And I think that is where we are missing it. We are mixing the tradition and law together. Yes, the law recognizes some of our tradition, but not all. Yes, and that is the reason why I came up. I wanted to shed more light. I understand what Viper said about the father being the head of the family, this, that. Yes, traditionally, you understand. But in the part of our tradition that the law accepts and understand is what I have said. You understand? Due to my own finding. Hence the reason why I've encouraged everyone. You understand? Because now, thank God, we don't have to go into a library to get ourselves law books to read. This can actually be something we should all take away and, do more research on. You understand? I'm not here to discredit anybody's opinion.
Please, no, I just wanted you to tell me. Okay, like what? Like what?
She can do.
Okay, like what, man? Give me examples.
What do you mean? She can. There are things she can do. So it depends on what are you asking that?
Okay, can she? Okay, okay, now let's assume she can do the national passport of Nigeria as a normal citizen of Nigeria.
Yes.
We should be able to do it with Aloba's last name.
She can. The same way she can act. Did you remember what I said to you?
Hold on.
Let me finish, please. Let me land. You remember when I mentioned to you that even if she wanted to go ahead to travel abroad, yes, these are countries that do not have our tradition, but they recognize our customary law, which the law of
common law marriage. Common law. Whoever you reside, exactly. If you don't go to court for any form of setting,
if she went to the embassy, all she needed to provide to them is the pictures that the traditional marriage, was held.
Which embassy are you talking about?
Oh,
British High Commission.
Is Britain the only embassy that there is?
I don't know.
What don't you want to go to the United States or Canada?
Excuse me, ma'am. Start from
Is it every embassy? What of the United States embassy?
Crocodile, hold on. Crocodile.
No, that's just British. It doesn't apply to other embassies. I know about Australia and I know about.
And my mother, you asked a question.
I'm asking her a question. See, don't go far, madam. Don't go far.
You don't want to listen. You need to listen to other people.
Hold on. She was asking. She was going to the question, right?
You're not always right. Allow me answer. Right. I'm not always right. I can never be right. Listen to other people's opinions. We are all not right, but we can all learn from each other.
Exactly. I'm not even trying to be right.
Learn from others.
I'm just because you asked the question, and you see that when I answer your question, I would also give references and I would give examples. Yeah, I'm my own mother's caregiver. She wasn't legally.
Madam, I'm sorry, man. Let me ask the question again, man. Let me ask the question so that we don't spend too much time.
Yeah.
Now the question is.
Yes.
Is she able to add Aloba's last name to her name in Nigerian law as it is right now? Please, tell me how she can get. Tell me how she can get. Wait, let me finish. Please, tell me how she will acquire a Nigerian passport.
Do you want me to finish? Do you want me to talk, or I should just?
Yes, tell me how she will acquire a Nigerian passport with Aloba's name.
How many of our mothers? I want to ask you a question. How many of our mothers? Yes. Were legally married, as in court marriage. And these mothers have Nigerian passport with our father's last name, even in a polygamous family. I want to ask, that's another question back at yourself. I want you to think about that. Because no one has ever asked me, whenever I take my mom, to renew her passport or anything, I ask for anything. Even when we had to reopen a domiciliary account for her, no one asked us to go and prove if she was legally married to my dad or not, or blah, 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 blah. And they only had a traditional marriage. So it is possible. The law of our country, yes, accepts it. She has the right. She's more or less, she's seen as a wife, 100% wife, who has the right as well. Do you understand? So that's all I have to say. I'm not talking about tradition.
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Okay, now, so yes, it
is possible.
Okay.
Yeah?
Wait. Okay, so please, she will go to the embassy. She will go to Nigerian immigration office and go and tell them that she's married, or she will quote the common law that she's married to Aloba without a evidence, like legal document that is standard requirement.
The switch.
Yes.
The switch. We don't have to actually. We don't have to go on that because in Nigeria anybody can use any name to get any passport. That's not. You don't need any law. You don't need any back. You don't have to prove nothing. So she can use that. It's not by law. It's not by legal or whatever. It just
Nigeria can use a fake.
That anybody can use.
That means she can use a fake. No. We are not talking about the corrupt system now. We are talking about.
No. I'm trying to explain to you in that case, she can choose.
She will have to prove. She will have to prove.
You don't have to prove
the last name.
You just give whatever name you want to put on the form, and then they just give you the passport. You prove.
Is it true? What are you saying? That she's married. She said she's married. And
if you say you're married in Nigeria, you just need to put that on the form. You don't need nothing that you just put whatever goddamn name you need to put on there. Case closed. That's not an issue. But the issue is that
he's just talking about. It's just the corrupt system. That's not what
you're talking about. The control systems. That's what we're saying. That's what we're analyzing.
We're talking about Nigerian arrangement. We're talking about corrupt or not being corrupt or whatever.
You are the one that is pointing out. You are the one pointing out the corrupt system now.
No. Okay. I'm not explaining to you now.
Part of the document.
In Nigeria.
Wait. Please don't say that again. Please, I'm sorry.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Please, don't answer that question. Let somebody answer the question, please. I'm sorry. I don't want you to start using
Hold on, let me try to explain this to you.
Can I say something? So, if you're saying someone should not answer a question, someone else should answer the question.
Let me explain this to you.
Can I say
Let me explain this to you. I'm only trying to explain to you that what you're saying.
You are using the word. No, I'm not saying she should not answer it. Don't tell me that she can use whatever. You're telling me that.
Make a statement before you actually judge. Listen, bro. You just listen. Because I listen to you. So listen as well, so that we can learn from each other. We're not trying to judge anybody. Nobody is a judge here, right? So what I'm trying to explain to you is that in Nigeria, you can use whatever name you wanted to use to obtain your passport. Or can you actually be in a position of authority or make some decision on behalf of that family with that name, right? If you are, no, you can't. In this case, so being that she's Alaba or whatever doesn't matter. Anybody can, even you can go and change your name tomorrow to be Alobas. It's not an issue. But can you make a decision on behalf of Alobas?
Captain Shola, can I talk?
Yeah.
I want you guys to know something. You can either believe it or not. Do you know as it stands now? Do you know as it stands now? Do you know Baba Mohbad can debunk that no wedding takes place, either traditional or not traditional? Do you know it's possible?
Thank you, Viper. God bless you, Viper.
You can say that picture.
Baba can contest the traditional law. Allow Baba to contest that marriage anytime, any day.
Say that picture is just introduction. Finish.
And what is it? And what is introduction?
Is introduction the same thing? If introduction is different from traditional marriage, what we know? Introduction is where the family comes together to know one another. Simple.
I think I said this earlier that they're not married. They are not legally bound together. They only just add an introduction between two families. These ones are not married. We don't have to keep talking about it. They are not married.
But if there are videos and there are evidence, there are witnesses, I mean the attendees at the wedding, yes, at the traditional marriage.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Is there a picture? Wait, is there a picture to
I didn't say picture, I said video.
I'm just asking a question.
And even picture. Was dowry exchange? Was there a dowry exchange?
That's what I'm trying to say. Is there a picture
people don't allow
that will prove
a
dowry exchange?
There was no.
Hold on. Showing
this case,
dowry exchange
that shows dowry.
There was not. So in this case, there was not even a dowry exchange in this case. And even if there was, they still have to validate whatever by the council.
If there was a dowry exchange, sir, Captain, yes. If there was a dowry exchange, obviously it's no longer introduction. You understand? If there was no dowry exchange,
I knew this person said there was not. Who paid the right price that Baba confirmed on national television that a bride price was paid? Who paid the bride price?
Said Baba can still debunk. I'm not saying as.
And he said, and the same man also said there was no bride price, that they only just had an introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Tosin, for joining. Who paid the bride price? Can you confirm that?
He didn't pay any bride price. There's only introduction.
Osha, please, let's not start quoting what is on social media right now, because there's been a lot of speculations on what somebody has said.
It is about what was on national television.
Baba said he paid bad price, right? And Abosede also said that. Abosede too.
Also said that there was no such thing. Who paid the right price then?
See, let me tell you, he's still also saying that Baba can debunk that. Baba can still, that's what he's still saying.
But the man has said that there's no buy price paid. Yes.
No, Captain, it is the national television. Please don't be
I have not heard that where he actually mentioned that. That was
on the right
exchange information.
I didn't hear that's what I'm saying. I didn't hear the parts. So I didn't know.
Don't do that. Then if you didn't hear that part, do not categorically why would he did not make payments for the bride price?
But did you actually know that bride price? Did you? Okay, as somebody that had a background in law,
if you don't know, say you
hold
don't
on,
know.
Osha. I need that you have a background in law yourself as a bride price, right, or whatever. It's just what they call family arrangements. It's a family arrangement. It still have to be validated by the council, and if that's not, you know, then
What
it's
council?
not.
What
It's not.
council are you making reference to, sir?
So if you're going to be talking about Nigeria, you cannot just bring 2 or 4 people together and say, oh, you're both married.
You can't. You can't. Are you?
You can.
You can't. It is recognized, sir. It is recognized.
It's not recognized anywhere. You cannot use it to do nothing.
Actually, you know that law. Wait, the law that says it is the traditional law that says it is recognized also stated that also stated that the documentation should be made known to documentation should be submitted to the public registry.
Yes.
In your local government.
Yes.
Within 60 days of your traditional marriage.
There's even time there. There's even time. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
There's time in the same law also say that the evidence should be presented to the public record in the local government where you get married.
What are the evidence?
They are not married. They are not married. So you take the picture of the traditional marriage. Wait, you take the pictures. Wait now.
This is a very important information.
Yes, you will take the pictures. Baba Mama will go. Wait, now let me finish now. Let me finish now. You wait now, Baba. Wait. You said after you said they didn't allow you to talk. Baba Mama, the both witnesses will go with the couples to the local government, the marriage registry of that local government. They will sign it. And once they sign it, it will be stamped and it will be put in public record that these 2 people are married. But that documentation needs to be done 60 days after the 60 days of the traditional marriage. If it is not done after 61 days, then that traditional marriage is not going to be registered under the statutory law. Is void. No. You understand? That was why. Let me tell you something. If you look at the genesis of this matter, that was why they said that we were supposed to register our marriage 2 weeks before he died. Go and look at it very well. Somebody was saying it.
That was the registry, not
the snitch.
Is it not the registry? Yes.
The snitch, can I just add to what you said?
Absolutely right in this case.
Captain Sola, can I just add to what the snitch said?
Let me.
Before you have,
okay, man.
The snitch, under the statutory law, can you bring out, just read it, check it, read it all. Read it to all of us. Let us have a good understanding of the point. Bring it out.
Actually, what is statutory law, man? Please let us differentiate statutory law first.
I have no knowledge of law.
Snitch, just hold on. Let me just add this so that we can keep enjoying the vibes of this debate. Good afternoon, everyone. I salute the whole you guys are saying. It's about validating whether marriage is legal or not legal. Now, this is my own opinion, which I think I'm entitled to it. Somebody that went to university, finished university, collects his certificate as a graduate, they now proceeded to serve. He now went for National Youth Service Corps for 1 year. And after that 1 year, he pulled out, he did not get his certificate. Now he applied to a company and they asked the person, do you serve? And he said, yes. What can you prove that you served? Where is the certificate? And the person said, it doesn't have certificate. I don't think anybody will believe that person's story. And this is it. If the customary law have said that you must have something to show that you guys are legally binding. If this case is in the palace, if this case was taken to palace, probably Oba or Neo Fife, His Royal Highness, and they said that, oh, tradition or not tradition. And maybe you might be looking at it from that angle. But when it gets to court of law wants to see a certificate that ascertain that so and so take place. Then nobody will be looking at when you look at the logo of the justice, his eyes are covered. He's not looking at pictures. He wants to see the certificate. That's the evidence that ascertain that this so tradition, whatever, actually carried out. But there's nothing to show to ascertain that. I don't think, I have never seen in any court of law that they will not present certificate to ascertain an issue.
York, can I ask you a question?
Thank you very much.
Am I okay to ask you a question, York? Would you agree with me that a traditional marriage...
Will it be? Take that.
Would you agree with me that a traditional marriage took place?
I would not agree with you.
Oh, why? Can I ask you why?
Because I was not there. I've not seen anything. I did not witness the wedding. I've not seen any videos as regards to that.
Then you are playing ignorant.
How?
I wouldn't proceed further with my question.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Ignorant about their marriage.
That's fine. If you want to go there, I've seen pictures. Picture can be photoshopped.
So why were you denying that there wasn't any pictures?
Why
were you denying?
Osha, hold on. Osha. I think you should know that. Hold on, Osha, hold on. I think if you think me seeing pictures, then I will not tend to believe. I think you know that they do a lot of Photoshop. During that wedding,
I will say it, and I don't mean it in a rude way, but you are outrightly ignorant to everything you are saying.
You are entitled to your own opinion, Osha. I just said, were you in that wedding? Let me ask you, were you in that wedding? Were you in that wedding?
Videos.
Were you in that wedding? I just asked you a question.
Either you like it, I was not there. But okay, she wasn't there. Either you like it or not, their marriage.
You said what?
Ignorant.
You said what? You said what?
It's all over social media. Is this Photoshop? Does
let me
to you? Stop being ignorant. Let us be realistic.
Is this wedding?
Argue constructively.
Let me ask you a question. The picture you hold on. Auntie,
sons.
Auntie, hold on. Emma, calm down. This picture you're seeing. Hold on. This picture you're seeing. This picture you're seeing. Is this wedding? I'm asking you a question. Is this a wedding? Yes. Is this a wedding?
It is.
No, this is not the wedding picture.
Let me tell you why it's a wedding.
What I'm seeing here now.
Yes. Hold on. Proven to be ignorant.
As far as I can see this picture, Osha, hold on. As far as I'm seeing, I am not in this picture, and I can feel that I can say that this picture is being photoshopped. Okay. Because when you look at the person to the left,
yes.
Let's analyze that picture.
Yes.
When you look at it, when you look at the person to the left, okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Look at who is the one wearing white? Look at the hand. Oh,
Are you for real? What's your grandmother? I beg, come on.
Why this girl if you do DNA in the first place?
Don't let us run from. Don't deviate. Why are you ignorant?
Osha, please. I would like to ask a question, please. And then this is to everybody. Why are we having this argument? What's the issue? Are we
it's not an argument. It's knowledge.
What's the point?
This is not an argument. It's a discussion.
Okay, this discussion. What we trying to where we going? Where we actually going?
Yes, we were talking about. I think it was Crocodile.
Are we contesting who actually have authority over this guy, or
no? Yes. I think they were trying to determine who has the right of leadership. You understand?
So then I wanted to ask you, Sha, who actually have that? Who do you think? Who did you think? Hold on, let me ask you a question.
You refer
if it's going to be family inclined, you refer to them as a nuclear family.
Okay.
Nuclear family.
So
you're
in
talking
this
about who is in charge or who is the leader after MOHBAD passes. You talk with respect to them being a nuclear family. Thank you.
Okay, I don't know. I don't catch that. So, but I just wanted to ask a question, right? In this case, I mean, this goes to you, Osha, right? Who do you think is most authoritative person in that family?
I'll say it again. In a nuclear setting, it is the wife that is the next.
But me, I call them a family. I just call them a family.
Based on this conversation, I will maintain my stand as a nuclear family. Now
then that means you're running away. That means you're running away from the person because
I'm not running away from
you know the answer and you just don't want to say it.
If you asked that, I wouldn't answer you. I am saying particularly
in this case,
in this case, in a nuclear setting, MOHBAD is was the head of the family.
And he's gone now. He's gone now. Who's gone now? Who's the next
of kin, and she takes charge. Either you like it or not.
Captain, hold on. I wanted to. Let me just
Captain, please. Captain.
I know where I'm going.
Captain,
now, but I just
can I just chip something in, please? Can I just chip something into that your question?
Yeah.
Now, it will be so stupid. On this, we have over 200 people watching now.
Please, can you not use derogatory words?
Please, hold on.
Even with regards to your
hold on now.
Even with regards to
hold on now. Calm down now. When you were talking, I didn't interject you. Calm down, please.
Don't disrespect anybody.
Calm down. Also, calm down. When you were saying your own words about being whatever, I didn't say anything.
I was just about to mention that as well.
Thank you very much, Captain. It will be so stupid for anybody that this simple question that Captain asked and is going the other way, even the government answered that question that Captain asked. That was the reason they had to go and ask Baba to sign when they wanted to exhume MOHBAD's body. So it would be daft for anybody to say that after MOHBAD has passed away in this scenario, that the wife is the one. It will be that person.
You didn't even let me. I want her to actually get to that point herself.
Okay, Captain.
It's just a leading question. I want her to actually tell me that is woman who's the next person, and then I can ask her the next question. But she didn't.
Sorry, York. Is this the so-called York daddy? Can somebody respond to me? Is this the so-called York?
Miss Honorable York.
Are you the same person as the York daddy or different person?
This one is Honorable York.
Out of curiosity, why I'm asking. Respectfully.
This is Honorable York.
They are different. Okay, I just wanted to know. Continue.
Okay, so can you actually answer that question I asked you earlier, Osha?
Repeat your question in case I missed.
Okay, who's actually the most authoritative person in that family?
And I say again, woman.
Woman. Yes. Okay, so if it's in that case, then so why can't a woman go and pick up the cows and bury it?
Why do you think woman does not have the right to pick up her husband?
No. So why you all asking? Why is that all of you then asking this man?
Why do you think she doesn't?
Why is it that all today you're all asking this man to go and bury his son? That is why I don't understand. If you guys knew that she has that authority, if you all think that this guy the wife has this authority to do all of that, why you all keep asking the father to go and bury his son? No. Why can't she just go and pick up the
No. Do you want to tell me that woman does not have rights over her?
She doesn't have none. She doesn't have none. Not a single one. Not even
if that what she said.
Of a right. She hasn't got none. No.
Is that what she said? That's not what
she doesn't have none. She ain't got no single right.
If you think as a captain that woman does not have the right to take her husband's corpse, then you must be outrightly wrong. Go
No,
and
she
do
doesn't
what
have
you
a
said
right, and I
and
can explain that to
enlighten
you.
yourself.
Number
She has
one, because
every goddamn right to take her husband's
both of
corpse
them are not
because she
legally.
was married to him.
Both of them are not legally
Has
married.
right
They're not
over
legally
him.
married.
Either you like it or not, take it or leave it. We can argue from morning till night, but she
Anybody
has
can
every
marry to
goddamn
anybody
right
but
over
man
MOHBAD.
until a problem like this actually happens.
And that is the reason why she has every single right.
Okay, do you actually understand that? Did you actually understand that family arrangement actually supersede over the law? Do you understand that part as well? Do you know what they call family arrangement?
Captain, if everyone is in agreement, yes.
Bro, no, do you guys understand that family arrangement
if
supersede over the law?
everyone is in agreement, Captain, it will not be enforced. Yes? If everyone is in agreement, obviously it will.
Okay. Now let me tell you this. Do you know the father can bury him tomorrow without, and she can say none?
Then why are they not giving the father access to have?
No, because he doesn't want to do that yet. But he can do whatever. The father can decide to say whatever. He can do whatever tomorrow. Nobody can say.
The only thing I have against what you're saying, Captain, is because there's too much sentiment and traditional and whatever values that we attach to things in Nigeria. And that is the only reason. If Wunmi did not or is not capable of taking her husband's corpse, it is because of culture. That is the only reason why.
It's got nothing. Okay, let me explain this. Hold on, let me explain something.
And I hope she is able to understand.
Let me explain something to you. I know you live in UK. Let me give you a very simple explanation. I know you live in UK, and in that UK you live, right? If a soldier die, and if that soldier die, right, you know who they're gonna call? They're gonna call the parents.
No,
they're not gonna call the wife.
No, that's
the parent will be informed.
Oh gosh, come off it.
First.
No.
And then you can't tell me that because I can tell you this. You can't tell me
He's
that.
not married. If he's married, if he has a partner which is recognized as civil partnership here in the UK,
right for you to be ignorant.
Yes.
Are you telling me this? Are you telling me this? Are you telling me this? Is something you know? Is your husband a soldier?
What are you saying?
Because you spoke like you actually have a fight.
No. Hold on. I do understand the laws when it comes to that.
Forget about law. This is the problem that you guys keep having. You're going on Google and then you're reading something like that is the arrangement for every sex. Yeah, go on. Tell me about the law and the way you read it. Police have their own arrangement. Everybody have their own arrangement. And I'm telling you, they will be phoning the family, the father. If he doesn't have a father, then they will then consult. They will go straight to the family house first. Except that soldier actually put the wife's name as next of kin, that the wife should be the first one to be contacted. Right? In this case, these people are not legally married. They are not legally married. I mean, being married is not just by mouth. Oh, I'm married to somebody. Oh, that's my girlfriend, my wife, as we call it in Nigeria. Everybody can just call anybody their wife. You need to have that document, that legal document to ascertain that. You can't just say somebody is your wife because you have a picture together. Do you know how many pictures women have with girlfriends? Wife. Right? We have different pictures that you go to a party, you take a picture with somebody. Does that make that person your wife? You still need to have a legal document to say, this is your wife, this is my husband. In this case, he does not have that.
I have a question. That they have normal pictures doesn't mean anything. But they were in a marital setting. Stop being ignorant.
I accept that. Don't use that word. Don't tell me that word. Don't use that. Don't be disrespectful. Because I won't do that to you. Don't be disrespectful. Don't tell me I've been ignorant. Don't make that kind of comment. Don't say something like that.
I am saying that because that is how it cut across to me.
Okay, but so when somebody said you've been stupid earlier, but he had a problem with that.
Speaking English, and that is how it cut across to me.
Okay, but when somebody actually says something similar to you earlier, but you have an issue, right? You have issue. If she's married, I mean, she knows that she's legally married to him. Let us see the document that says that. It's not by mouth.
According to the CTC read by the snitch, she says she's not. She admitted that she's not.
So why are we
getting married? So what are we saying?
In court, it's not about mouth. What someone says, that you need to have a document to prove it. And in this case, there's no document.
Captain, to even buttress that point, the fact that it's there is that she knows herself that she's not legally married. That was why she said, when they asked her in coroner inquest, she said no. She knows this. I don't know why
she's not legally married. I don't know why we're working overtime for her.
She knows. She admitted that she's not legally married.
So why are we contesting this? The man has all the authority over his son. He can do whatever he wants.
The horse itself, I mean, the snake, the horse itself said that I was not legally married. So what exactly are we sweating for?
I don't understand. I don't know what we are proving.
Exactly.
If the father is not so powerful as yours says, right? Why is it that the whole world is begging him to go bury his son?
Let me go out to this. There was a time. The Viper.
Wait, do you realize it's becoming rowdy? Please, let's take it one after
Viper, just hold on. There was a time MOHBAD came out and said they are giving Baba 3 days to go and bury the blah, 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 blah. What happened after the ultimatum was given? It still shows beyond reasonable doubt that the father of the boy, the father of the Mohbad is in charge of this thing. That's how you prove it. Wumi has said it, and that's one thing. The only truth that she has said I heard from that CTC. 2 things that she said that was true in that CTC. She said she was never married to Mohbad, and she also said Mohbad died in their house. After reading her CTC, those are the 2 statements. I find out 100% she was right. Every other thing she said.
Let me add to that, sir. When she was asked to introduce her name during the CTC, she didn't say Wunmi Aloba. She said Wunmi Adebanjo.
Honorable York, were you the one who
exactly what I was saying
earlier on?
Thank you, bro. And let me try to chip in something. Is this? I'm going to take it. A country like Germany, you can't use picture and wedding certificate to prove you are married.
You can.
Wait. A country like Germany, you can't use picture and wedding certificate alone.
What else would you need?
Alone. They will go to the parents' house to verify. They will go to the court to verify. See, they will do to the tiny verification.
No, but you use the word applying for paper. Osha, please.
Wait now, you guys will allow someone.
Use the word verification. Yes, hold on. When you submit hold on.
Let me land.
When you're in a country like
let me land.
For verification.
Let me land.
You're right. Hold on, Viper. Hold on.
I'm not done. When I'm done, you take over.
Consider your words.
Wait, I know what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm not saying you don't know what you're saying.
Don't correct me. Wait, let me land. They take over.
I am not saying you don't know what you're saying. Just calm down.
Calm down.
Yeah, I'm not.
You calm down.
What you're saying, I know you know what you're saying.
Let me land. If you're in a country like Germany, and you said I have a family, and I want to move my family, either you are a man or a woman. Are you married? You said yes. You will tender everything. The picture, the wedding certificate, your parents' house. Who are those people that witnessed the marriage? Where was the marriage being done? Which God gave you the certificate? Every other thing, they will go there one after the other to verify. Were you there when this person married? What was the name of this person? Where was the wedding done? That is the place they will know that they are not married. So what I'm trying to say here is that a country like Germany, we cannot use picture alone. It doesn't work. That is one. Take it aside. The second one is this. Ask yourself, when they were about to exhume the body, who did the government contact?
Hold on. I don't. You asked me to ask myself.
I when I'm done, I will get down there. You answer the question.
Okay. Let me know when you're done.
They know that the father was still very much alive. They never went to me to ask for a consent. They asked for the consent of the father, and not the father and woman together, but the father alone. If the father said, leave it like that, truly leave it like that, no government will touch it. Today, at the stand today, no president of Nigeria, I'm saying it again, we have the right to hand over that corpse to Wunmi. Nobody. Baba MOHBAD will sue them. You understand? They will be sued. See, it's so painful and funny at the same time. Painful and funny. When I hear people keep on saying, Wunmi, you have pride over that corpse. One, see, people are just pushing Wunmi into trouble. And when it lands, they will run back. Everybody, it's not all about, we're not talking about culture, custom, tradition. We're not talking about tradition. We're talking about something that is legal. What will we say? What will she pretend? What will she tender? That say, I want to take over this cause that it belongs to me. That what? See, please, when we are talking, I'm sorry, we should just sit it down. What we're about to say, think it within ourselves, probably 1-2 minutes, then say it out. See, we should leave sentiment and emotion out of this. I keep on hearing people saying it. He's not done. We should ask ourselves, no, we should stop pushing this girl into more trouble. She's already in another trouble already. So you guys should stop pushing her into trouble. It's not done. No government will give that to her. If Baba MOHBAD died today, they won't even do the cost to Adura. They will not. They will still look for someone in that family that is of age. I know what I'm saying. I'm talking from experience. They will look for someone of age in that family. Not even Adura. Someone of age in that family is the person that they will get in touch with. You understand? It's not done. We are African. Both legally and traditional wise, Wunmi does not have right. Baba MOHBAD can wake up tomorrow and say, I'm taking that property to bury. Nobody can stop it. Even the government cannot stop him. We all know this. So please, we should stop pushing this little girl into trouble. She's already in another trouble already. Why adding to her trouble? Why? And when it happens now, they will run away.
You remember, even as at now, if anything happens to Baba MOHBAD, Mr. Muiwa will be the next in line.
God bless you,
as
Baba.
At this morning, as I'm talking to you.
God bless you, Baba.
Mr. Muiwa has been bestowed with the power of authority.
You understand?
Bye, Baba.
Bye, Baba.
I like that.
Yes.
This brings me to my question. I have got 2 questions for you.
So Baba has bestowed an authority to Mr. Muiwa.
I've been trying to.
In case anything happens to Baba MOHBAD,
Captain was. I was not been given the opportunity to ask the question.
Why did you think we had to wait for Baba to do all the preparation when he died? Why do you think? Why do you think so?
So what I want you to understand also before you ask, I don't want to check this before you ask.
I wanted to ask Captain this question.
Before you ask, just let me throw I just want to drop this in before you ask. Okay, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know that if Wunmi herself, who is going to be on the dock, answering the charges, if Baba MOHBAD decides to invalidate the marriage or unrecognize the marriage, if she herself, according to the CTC, number one, confirms that her name is Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo and not Aloba, one. And also, if she also admitted that the marriage that they had is not legal, She will be at the door answering the questions, and not some of us, on here. She has already accepted that this is the report in a legal institution as the courts. Why do you think that will change? Why do you think your opinion will change that?
I would ask my question first.
Are you asking me or
no, hold on.
No, it's not you.
Hold on. Because while Captain was speaking, I was going to ask a question. I wasn't allowed to. So I would ask my question first, and then I would answer you. And here are my two questions. Number one, I'm very happy with the statement the snitch made, that Baba has given someone, I don't know the person's name, sorry. Anthony. Sorry, who is the person, Maury? Yeah, someone, with due respect to that person. Yes, Mr. Muiwa. Yes, Mr. Muiwa. Power of attorney, yes? Which means that, he has more or less you've given that person the power to act on your behalf. So I want to ask this question. Before, if MOHBAD had made, let's remove the marriage part. If MOHBAD had made Wunmi his next of kin, yes? Like maybe medically, because here in the UK, if you're registering yourself, to maybe a doctor, they would take those information. Who is your next of kin? It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be your husband. It could be anybody. And he's got Wunmi on there. You understand? Would she have the right to act on MOHBAD's behalf? That's one. That's one of my questions.
You want me to answer that?
Secondly, sir.
Answer. Please, let me answer the question for you.
No, you answer it. It's your question, sir. You answer it by.
Okay.
With due respect to you, please. And I want to make this clear. With due respect to Baba, I have nothing against that man. I have nothing against nobody, because I don't know them personally, and I do not have the true story of their family. And I do realize that, yes, there are boundaries, and I do respect that boundaries. Because as an individual, I believe we should have boundaries when we are interfering in other people's, issues or whatever. You understand? Secondly, yes, it's a very sensitive question. I must just tell you. I want to know the reason why Baba is not given the automatic right for them to conduct a private toxicology on MOHBAD at the moment. Why do they have to go to the court if he has 100% right over it?
Thank you. I will answer the both questions. The first question we're going to ask is this: that someone puts me as a next of kin doesn't automatically mean I'm entitled to what the person have. I hope you know that. I will give an example.
They have. No. Let's be clear. I did not say have, because we're not talking about properties now.
I said no.
I said act. Hold on.
Now. Okay.
I said act on that person's behalf. You understand?
Act on that person's behalf.
Yeah. Because
Next for words and also act on what.
You guys might answer that part, please.
Okay, I will leave it to act. Then let me now go to the captain. I will leave it for the captain to answer.
Okay.
Then I'm not going to
let me explain to you
the toxicology and the problem of a thing. We all know this.
Let me explain to you when we talk about next of kin. Because somebody is a next of kin, right? Doesn't mean that person have overall authority over whatever decision that has to be made. You can actually have up to 10 next of kin. Yeah, on different aspects. You could say, if I die, so person should be the one to make this social decision. It's ended there. You can also have one that says, anything. It depends on the clause. Yeah? So if he actually made her as next of kin, right? But that should be clause there. Either in the event of anything, right? It'll be there. It's also happened. She can have access to my bank account or something. So you can have different person for your bank account. You can have different person in the case of something happened at workplace. You can have different person.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about the case where he has her, yes, on all of his legal documents.
Yes.
We can't
then there's what they call family. There's what they call family arrangement. You see over that.
We can ascertain that, because at some point she literally said Adria was his next of.
think we all need to calm down and listen to ourselves so that we don't turn this.
No, I just don't want my question to be twisted. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. If you actually think that Wumi had all the authority that you claim she had, when MOHBAD died, why did she have to wait for his dad? 1, 2. When they got to the police station, why didn't she front and say, okay, this was what happened? Every step of the way, Baba had to be the lead. So let me tell you, have you ever had a loved one died right in your presence? But I'm taking the step when he died. No, she actually waited for him all the way until he was actually buried. So that is to tell you that Baba actually has full rights from the beginning of when he died until when he was buried. Do you agree with that or not? Do you agree? I'm not going to answer your question, Maury. You have to agree. She had to wait. She waited for Baba to take his body to the police station. When he got there, he was actually the one fronting for everything from when he got there until when he was buried. Why didn't Wumi say, okay, my husband has died, I died, let me bury him, I don't give a F about Baba or whatever. She didn't do nothing because she knew she was not in the position. She was not in the position and she has never been in the position and she had to wait for Baba because she knew the right person in authority. Hold on. In my culture, yes.
Madam, you asked a question.
Hold on. She asked a question. Let me answer.
You ask a question.
Let me answer. Honorable. Let me answer.
Hold on, man.
I would not.
You ask a question now. You answer your question.
You
answer your question first. Now let's
answer your question.
You had
my question to
Hi,
answer.
Bobo. How you doing? It's been a while.
can use it to get You asked about next of kin. You asked about the toxicology and the private autopsy. Yeah?
Hi, Blessing.
As for the private autopsy and toxicology,
Hello,
I think that question you two, you need to join your voice to our own and ask Lagos State government. Because as far as we are concerned, the procedure, the steps, the necessary steps have been taken since February. An application has been submitted to that effect, and it's yet to be attended to. So you can still join our voice, and let's call out Lagos State government to attend to it so that the needful can be done.
I'm always available to lend my voice for what is right.
Now on the next.
Why can you've not answered my question. Why? Why are they depriving him? I need to know.
That is why I say you should ask the government. It's not we are not the one depriving him.
No, because someone said the other time that Baba has 100% access to the body, but Wumi doesn't have.
But that's the truth.
I felt that you had all the information. He was not actually talking about access. He said he has more rights to his body. He didn't say access to his body.
Viper, just hold on.
Yeah, he has rights and he should be able to get, a private pathology or whoever, to take samples. So if he has rights, I would believe. Yes, if we are using law. If he has the right, then he should not be restricted.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Where is the clause coming from? I would like to know.
Since you're talking about law we have right now, the question is, sorry, I'm putting this to you. Have you had, just as the same question you asked, have somebody be exhumed that is close to you? The government had to go and exhume in this kind of scenario before? Have you had that experience before? And if it's no,
I've had someone who was exhumed
in Nigeria,
but not through the government.
In Nigeria?
Yes, in Nigeria.
No, I'm talking about the one that has to do with government.
No.
So if he's with the government,
my family are very sensible. We are
hold on.
Cases.
You say what?
We do know how to handle our cases amongst ourselves, so we don't need the government.
Okay, you don't have people like Wumi in your family, have you?
Yeah, that's why though.
What do you mean? How do you mean? I don't understand.
Not like the same way your family say somebody. That's like what you're trying to say now.
You see where you're taking it to. I don't have any right to talk about that.
I mean, you started it. No. You can't play victim here. You said your family is responsible, so you were trying to image at Baba now. No, please. Don't play victim here. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that.
Excuse me. That has seen me on any platform that supports Wumi. Yes.
You said your family was responsible. What is that supposed to mean on Baba's family?
Excuse me.
You said you are sensitive now. You said you are sensitive. You said you are sensitive.
And you will just admit that
you are contradicting yourself.
That was a snide comment. That was a snide comment.
You said Baba's family is not a responsible family.
That was a snide comment.
You are now trying to act like a victim. That is not fair. No, don't do that. Don't do me like that. Don't do us like that. No.
If I give Baba due respect,
that was a snide comment.
Don't do us like that. You just said now that you are sensitive. Now we need a statement now that says that Baba suggested that Baba's family is not responsible.
That was a snide comment.
That's not fair at all.
That was a snide comment, and you don't need that.
You said in your own family you don't need the government because you are responsible enough to handle your shit. What is that supposed to mean?
We are.
So it means that Baba's family is not responsible. That's why the family came in. Was that why? So you think Baba's family is not responsible?
I think that was a snide comment. You need to agree.
No. Don't do us like that. Don't make a derogatory statement and now act like a victim.
Did I mention Baba?
You made a derogatory statement.
That was a snide comment.
You made a derogatory statement and you're now acting like a victim. That is not fair. That is a snide statement.
That was a snide comment, and you need to retract that.
It means that Baba's family is not responsible. Doesn't mean that Baba's family is not responsible because the government decided to intervene.
You say that. Let's just let's think about it.
Captain. If you are to have a fruitful conversation here, you should not make statements now and decide and the next breath we now act like victims. It's not fair. You own up your statement, and now when someone came at you like you're acting like a victim,
she's got a right to honor her own family, so we kind of fought her for that. So let's just
that was a snide comment.
Captain, you're not getting it. Captain, follow what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is government interference into your affairs doesn't mean that your family is not responsible. Government interferes doesn't mean your family is not responsible.
She hasn't said Baba family is not responsible. She hasn't said family. She said family.
Captain, please, let's hold on. Let's hold on.
Mona, hold on now. Now she talk and I mean respond. Now Mona calm down. And I don't ask her question. Say, okay, if she dey talk like that, that means she not get with me for her family. So let's keep the conversation going.
My family. I have a 27-year-old son and I have a 23-year-old daughter. So what are you saying?
But you don't have Wumi as a daughter.
What do you mean I don't have Wumi as a daughter?
Wumi as a daughter? What is
Wumi
Wumi?
Personally, and I keep saying this.
What is Wumi?
And I will not sit here. I will not sit here for anyone to disrespect Baba. What about that? I will not sit here for anyone to disrespect any member of that family.
You also suggested otherwise.
I did not.
I was trying to
Do you know how many people that are bearing Wumi?
You replied with the same energy. You were saying that he's disrespectful. No, don't do us like that. Don't do us like that. Don't do me like that. No. Don't do me like that. Come on. Don't do us like that. You make certain statements and we react to it and then you act like a victim. No, don't do us like that. No, that's not fair. That's reverse psychology. That's manipulative. That's emotional. That's not fair.
So, Crocodile, you now refuse them to go forward and then stop again. Don't do me like that.
You just said otherwise. Just because the government interfered in your case doesn't mean that you have an irresponsible family.
Okay. I did not.
That's what you suggested by your statement. And I'm saying now,
take it easy.
when that the job responded,
Take it easy.
by saying that the job replied by saying that you have to your family. You also understand. And then you took it wrongly.
Let's allow it, please. Let's allow it. Me personally, I love people to make their own opinion. People to say whatever they wanted to say. It's her own family. She's got a right to address her family whichever way or her family in her own rightful way. So let's move on that, bro. You know, we are not here to defend MOHBAD. We are here to actually get justice for the young guy.
Captain Sula, I'm walking on the street and then you pour soapy
May you
water.
crocodile, may you rest now.
Your box, so I put something, that belongs to you, and you are blaming me for it. But you were the one that poured the soapy water on my way or on the road. So it is as a result of Daddy York's response that triggered her. And I'm saying, no, don't do us like that because you started it.
No. See,
He only asked Daddy York, what do you mean? So Daddy York is supposed to explain what he meant, but you over Sabi Crocodile, you started making an issue out of it.
Let's move on to the sea and get some water. Yeah, I will not, and I will say it again.
Please, let's move on.
Chivido 2024. Congratulations.
Take it easy. Let's
Captain, with due respect, Captain, you heard me when I said.
Oh, can we move on, please? Can we move on? Let's move on. Ajio, please. Please, let's move on.
You say some things, and at times you say some things and you act differently. But we are all knowledgeable here, and we read in between lines. So, in as much, you have to be careful of the way you throw whatever you're throwing.
What exactly did I say?
Some of us are good at replying to anything that's what you're throwing.
Are we still on it?
Some of us are good at that.
Are we still on it, Honorable?
Let's move on.
It's okay.
Are we still on it?
Let's move on. My own point is all this argument. My own point is that how are we getting justice for this guy, right? Who buy this guy? When did he buy? You get me? This is the only thing I've got issue with, and all this one is it's not my own issue. Who buy this guy? Who's there? Who's there on the day? Who's the witness to all this? Right? How we bring it out of getting justice for this guy? That's all we should be talking about.
Oh yeah, and we say that the wife statements. According to the wife
statement. Do you think MOHBAD?
Why is it that we cannot do it?
Or did he die of a natural cause? In your opinion, Ajun, do you think he was spied or he died of natural cause?
Can you tell us?
Let Moro engage her, please. Moro wants to engage her, please.
I just wanted to ask Ajun one question. Can you tell us why
Ajun, do you think MOHBAD was spied or he actually died of natural cause?
Thanks for that question. I don't make assumptions. Yes. One, I wasn't there. Yes. And if I go by the evidence provided by the police, yes, and also from the the onset, as in the initial stage of when MOHBAD died, I know that fingers were being pointed at the nurse by the MOHBAD's family, and with due respect and relation, I would say, please let me finish, Joe. Yes, with due respect to Baba, I saw his first interview, and he did mention a quack nurse. That was his words. And I also saw the nurse, the mother of the nurse interview, where she also confirmed that, she had spoken to her daughter, and this and that, the medication that was given to MOHBAD. You understand? So, in my own opinion, yes, I think it was medical negligence. If there is anything otherwise, I am yet to see evidence to prove that. I might be wrong, but that's my opinion.
Please, clap for that's our own opinion. So just said.
You actually think it was due to medical negligence. So, what do you think in the house that you think is should be held liable for what happened?
Okay.
God bless you, Moro.
It depends on when you say liable. I would, like I said, I did say earlier on, I work with CAMS, yes, which is more or less within the NHS. It's a National Health Trust here in the UK. If you have anyone over 16, like a child, yeah, if they come to for their appointment, that child is still 16. If the child comes in, the parents cannot just come in without the consent of the child. Yes? If you're going to send any medical correspondent
They go spoil
the
their
child's name
laptop.
has to be on that correspondence as well.
This will
Yes.
frown.
Now, once that child is 18, you understand, the full right is taken away from the family, which includes the parents, girlfriend, wife, husband. You understand what I'm saying? And so I am not, like I said, it was due to medical negligence, and I believe that whoever felt forward as a medical person should ensure that they have the necessary training and the necessary experience in order to administer whatever it is they want to administer to their patient. And even if they don't, they should still be under a medical professional whom they can get advice from. So I am still pointing my own finger at the nurse. And I'm saying that based on my own, medical knowledge, it will be the nurse. And I will take us back. I'll give you an example of Michael Jackson. We had a similar case, where his doctor, who has been his doctor for years, administered the same medication that he has been administering to him. However, by law, it shouldn't have. That was done on that, how can I put it? What's the right word to use? Like away from, what we would say that in Yoruba they would say labele, something like that. Yeah. And when that led to his death, what happened? It was the doctor that was held responsible. Are you saying there were no other adults in that house as well? You understand? So that brings me back to what I said I felt took his life. If that was what took his life, then the nurse is 100% responsible. Because MOHBAD.
Do you agree that do you agree?
Please, my sister, I'm almost there. MOHBAD is an adult. If it were to be an underage, like a child, like in Nigeria, if the child were to be 18, less than 18, I would then start pointing fingers at other adults in the house. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Arjun, do you agree that Wunmi said in one of her statements, she said in one of her statements that MOHBAD doesn't like to go to the hospital. For someone to make such statements, that means the condition and the state at which MOHBAD was, it required a medical attention. I mean, urgent medical attention. Fine. You said MOHBAD was actually an adult and he could actually make the decision. But contrary to the pictures we saw online, the state at which MOHBAD was in that picture, he was vulnerable. Do you think he could actually use that hand to call or make a decision at that vulnerable state?
Was it cautious of the nurse attendant when she went into the room?
Did you see the picture going around online? Did you see the picture going around online? Did you see the picture that the nurse actually said was sent to her?
Picture online, yes, that was posted online. There was quite a lot of pictures. There was one where we saw that was a picture that was sent to the nurse. I don't know if you're making reference to that. Yes, because I believe. Is it that one?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. What I saw was just his hand dangling, just one hand, yes. And I believe that was the hand he had the injury on. I did not see his face. You understand? So I cannot really say, oh yes, he could have made, his decision then or not. If he was unconscious, yes, I do agree. Obviously, that's the right thing to do. You rush such person to the hospital, and I believe that was what happened. I believe from the story, out there, I believe that was what happened.
So you still didn't agree that women should be, charged for negligence in regards to the fact that she had to wait. Hold on. You just stated right now that the picture that you saw, there was chances that he couldn't have made such a call, to go.
Oh no, I didn't say medical. No, I never said that. No,
okay, fine.
My mouth. Okay. I said only if, because that picture did not show his face.
It didn't show if he was cautious or not. If he was unconscious, yes, as in he could not identify anyone, or he started hallucinating or anything. Yes, obviously. But if he was still himself and he only has that injury on, obviously, yes, he's still able to make his own decisions.
If you are actually referencing to if you're making reference to the picture that that was sent to the nurse, do you really think MOHBAD can actually make any decision at that point, or he was actually vulnerable? That's the simplest question I'll ask you for the
answer. And I gave you the answer. I said I cannot give you a complete yes or no because I did not see his face. But on that picture, I cannot determine if the person even. Okay, I'm just saying, yeah, I don't want to, I assume that was MOHBAD 100%. Do you understand what I'm saying? But in a month down the line, they could come and say, oh, do you know that picture that was put out there might not even be MOHBAD?
You must not answer every question that is thrown at you, madam.
We all believe it is MOHBAD.
You were not there.
So I did not see, and like I said, the picture doesn't show if it was,
okay, that's fine. I agree with you. But would you have left your husband in that state and you would wait for a nurse from, Cotonou or whatever she came from without taking him to the hospital? Would you have done that? Just put yourself in MOHBAD's shoes.
He has, MOHBAD, according to the wife, and according to, and I must say this, Murray, I started following MOHBAD before he died, actually. I came across his story on, what's this blogger's name again? This Lover. And that was what led me to his platform. Because, I've got someone who's very much into media and loves music, so I also love music as well. So when I came across...
what do you have?
What do you call him? No, just Lover. So I just went to search.
Surely the first thing to surgery.
Yes, I want to restart.
See, Auntie Kemi be third child. I know him like the palm of my hand.
I want to restart the video.
Auntie Kemi just married the second baby father. In fact, on your introduction, our family boy yeti wà nílé. Auntie Kemi wà ní Nigeria. Auntie Kemi kò pé bàbá ẹ̀ sí yàrá pé òun ò jẹ mọ́. Oh, ṣe mọ́ kẹ̀.
Ó sì kìíní.
Oh, ṣe mọ́ kẹ̀. Kí ni ká sọ? Auntie Kemi ní pé kọ́ bọ́sà. Auntie Kemi ní pé kọ́ bọ́sà. Kí wà bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́sà? Kó lọ sọ fún wọn pé òun ò ṣe mọ́. Bàbá ní òun ò ṣe mọ́ sọ. Auntie Kemi bọ́sà. In fact, any Auntie Kemi be third child fún.
Guys, please click and share this video.
Auntie Kemi,
guys, I'm going to stop it and restart it. I'm still here. We've been here for 2.5 hours, 23 hours. The video is too long. I'm still here. I'm just going to stop
this one. I confirm story. Not be anything. Auntie Kemi for igimo baba yen lowo. Baba
Auntie Kemi na wonder. Guys, please like the video now. More na click like, more na share.